Hello, and welcome to our very latest Night Quest. Oh my God, it feels like it's been 45,000 years since we've done one of these shows. We've been busy bees. We've been out in these streets. We went over to LA 2 weeks ago for the Summer Games Fest for the community watch party for the Xbox Live. I'm not Xbox, the IGN Live show. We were all over the place, man. It was crazy, crazy times. And then this past week we were super busy with our son Man going ahead and graduating high school. So it's just been a crazy 2 weeks, but we are back live in the building, and we got so much to talk about. I am CMoney, and as you can see here, we got a crew with us. That's right. We have our normal homie who's rocking with us on a Tuesday night. That's right. It's our boy, motherfucking Pharaoh Bazaar. What is up, man? Thank you so much for being here, man. Long time no see. It's been even long with you because it's like every Tuesday show we had canceled for like the month because of
I started missing you guys. Like, oh my gosh, I sit in front of my computer on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Like, where's my link?
Oh man, that's wild. Well, glad to see you back, man. How's everything been, bro?
Man, everything's been great. I mean, a lot of ponies been silenced recently with a lot of their prognostications and future casting of Microsoft getting out of the console business. Hell, I sent you the Sony Fireside chat where they even talked about Microsoft getting out of the console business, and Sarah Bond popped up today and said, "Surprise, motherfuckers!"
She really did. I don't know where we're gonna watch it, yo. We're gonna watch it, but you ain't lying, dog. That shit was crazy and really unexpected, especially with the again the rumors. That's why these people, it's all so full of shit, bro. Man, the handheld from Xbox been canceled. Turbo's like, motherfuckers, we got some handheld coming your way from us, bitch. Not the other ones. It's like, wow, okay. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna unpack all of it. But yeah, man. Glad to have you here, man. Glad to see you, my brother. Thank you for being here. And then, of course, you see him. That's right. Is Mr. PSP himself, is the Pony Slaying Papa. It's our boy, Demo Flow Gaming. My brother, thank you so much for being here, man. Appreciate you, fam. How's everything?
Hey, man. Thank you so much for having me. And, I'm surrounded by great people. And shout out to chat, man. Thank you so much for coming through. I see you guys on there active already. We miss you guys, you and Doodle both. And I also miss Hargy as well. I got the pleasure of having Fado in my show Saturday. Last Friday, behind you guys back. And we had a great time. And such a cool dude, man. Go ahead and follow him. And yeah, just happy to be here rocking with the people, man. And Xbox is dead. Y'all already know the drill. They dead again, bro. Xbox dead again, man. Yeah. Let's get it.
Well, thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Again, very good to see you. And then, of course, you know who the fuck he is. That's right. It's the wise one. The author. The patriot. The pony slayer. The pony bot Tim Baker. It's our boy. Welcome, my brother. Yo, so good to see you again, man. It's been a while since we were live in the building
at the showcase watch party,
right?
Yeah. So, yeah, how did that go for you? Did you like it? I guess you were one of our guests. You and your Madman and Purpleberry, right?
Was in the building. That's right. It was really dope, man. It was really, really cool. getting to be amongst all of our homies, right? All of the Xbox community. Getting some of those reactions. If you guys,
hey, we had some PlayStation community as well, and we welcome everyone. I think it's great that they should just like, hey, everybody's an Xbox player now.
Well,
Everybody
I was going to say, like, it's not. I mean, they're Xbox fans. Of course, they showed up. What else are they going to do?
Exactly.
Beautiful thing.
So,
man.
and I invite everybody. Like next year, we're probably going to still do it, and we want everybody to have fun. Come on over. We have the enthusiasm. I'm sure though at some point in the next 100 years there'll be a showcase from PlayStation that's actually useful. But until then, you can come over here and have fun.
Yeah, throwing out
Talk that shit, Harky. Talk that shit.
Well, I mean, it's not even like
I started.
I fairly graded it a C, and that apparently was too high, according to the polls that Jeff Keighley put out. The PlayStation fan base did not appreciate that that state of whatever you want to call it. I call it continuing state of decay, but whatever. But hey, you know what? We had the state of play. We had Jeff's show, which I thought was fantastic.
Yeah.
We had play days. You were there too, CMoney. There was plenty of awesome stuff going on there. And then we had the show.
So much.
All sorts of great things. It was a great gaming weekend. So lots and lots of stuff to talk about. And the news just keeps coming. It just keeps coming. There's more and more stuff coming out. Lots of fun stuff. Lots of things on our side that are fun to talk about. On the other side, maybe not so much. But hey, that's their problem. And on top of that, we did have a console launch. The Switch 2 came out, sold a ton. So lots of things to talk about.
It has sold a ton. How long has it been now?
I think
it's a full week now, right?
Yeah, I think it came out on the 5th, I think, right? 5th midnight. So yeah, we're a little over.
We're at
just under 2 weeks.
Just under 2 weeks.
Just under 2 weeks.
So it sold a bunch, but it also kind of did what we expected, right? Like it sold a lot day one, right? What was it? Like 3 million copies day one. Was that the? And then in 4 days, it sold 3.5 million copies, and it has now since been another like 8 days or so, and we have no further updates. Right? It was the first 4 days was 3.5, and again now we're basically a week removed from then.
Yep, and see how that goes.
they haven't said, hey, it's 4 million, hey, it's 5 million, hey, it's 6 million. So I mean, I'm definitely interested to see what comes from it, but I feel like they would have thrown some numbers our way if the escalation was still the same. But who knows? Maybe they're waiting to surprise us in a couple of days and be like, oh, it's 6 million bitches, right? We'll see. But I finally got my hands on Switch 2 over at IGN Live. Played some Mario Kart World, and played Cyberpunk, which we didn't put up the Cyberpunk video yet. There's so much stuff we have to put up. So played that. And I mean, let's just say I haven't like run to the computer or my phone to see if I could find myself a Switch 2. I think Mario Kart World was what I expected it to be, more Mario Kart. I still bust ass as I do, but it's just not necessary for me to get another one. And then Cyberpunk really kind of showed me essentially the roof, right? The limit, the maximum quality that's going to be able to be produced on that system. And it was probably like Series S, a little less than that level as far as like how good it looks. Maybe much less. I haven't seen the game on Series S, but it's somewhere in that ballpark. It's definitely not on the higher level of stuff, right? So from my takeaway pretty quickly is if you're a Nintendo fan, obviously it works for you because you're looking for those Nintendo games. If you're somebody who's saying, oh, can I replace my Xbox and my PlayStation with like high quality looking stuff, it's going to be definitely a no, right? You can't. It's good enough for a lot of people, but I would say for me, I didn't really have much. I mean, Hargeet, you've had it for almost 2 weeks now. What is obviously you have everything, so you're not going to look at it from the the high quality as far as graphical fidelity, but just owning
Yep.
it casually. Like, what have you? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I basically played it on the plane, and it's pretty good. I think for what it does, it feels fluid. So the games, at least the one game that I bothered playing, which was Mario Kart, played pretty well. Is it like the best graphics? No, but I don't expect that from this. So it is what it is. I will go back and play those games that I had kind of held back on because I knew I was going to get this. So I didn't play the recent year games that had recently come out, waiting for that performance bump. So apparently, like games that generally had performance issues on the Switch tend to do better on the Switch too. So that's pretty good right there. If that's of value to you. But overall, that's my impression of it. Battery lasted as I expected. It was definitely like 4 or 5 hours of battery life, which is pretty good. So not bad for what it does. And then as far as like playing it on the TV, I haven't had a chance to play much at all. But what I have been playing, I've been playing Horizon
You would play Lego.
Forbidden West. I'd love to play the real Lego games that were announced at SGF. Those actually look fun. But no, playing the actual Horizon Forbidden West, which it's a bit of a chore, but like whatever. I'm kind of playing through it now and like getting the story, and maybe it's enough to keep me going. We'll see. But that's on PC, so I'm playing that. But yeah, that so far it's good enough. Like I'm curious what happens with the Xbox handheld, right? With the Asus handheld, because look, you can pretty much just put everything on it. You can have all-in-one handheld that plays everything. That could be pretty compelling, right? And if it ends up getting the Xbox games as well, like the actual back compact catalog of your Xbox 360 library and etc., that would be crazy. Like you'd have one box that does a lot of cool things. You can emulate PS1, 2, 3, right? Which PlayStation 5 doesn't even do. I think they do some PS2 natives, right? But not 3. But you can do all that on this box. That'd be crazy, right? You get like everything, like original Xbox games and PC games, a huge library of PC games, right? All that stuff, and you can emulate whatever you want. Old classic hardware, even Switch 2. I'm sure Switch 2 will get emulated soon. So it's a pretty cool idea, but we'll see. I don't know how much it's going to sell. It's also the cost question. We don't know what the price is, right? But yeah, we'll see. Like to your point, is this going to continue? I think it will. I think they're going to sell a ton. People just buy it. It just is what it is. Nintendo does a good job of like creating hype for some reason. So
whatever.
What I
would say anecdotally, just based off of something that Doodle and I have noticed, because we are in fact people who have collected Amiibo, and we have pretty much all the Amiibo that had come out up until the newer stuff. We're missing a few, but we have almost all of them. We got them all for like the kids and stuff because they were doing the channel with their stories and stuff. It was a fun time. So we have done that, and I will tell you that the pricing does matter. There's a $10 bump that they went up on Amiibos. And if you're like me and you're in the chat and you know about Amiibo, when a brand new Amiibo comes out, especially something cool looking, it is gone. You may catch 1 or 2 stragglers if you're lucky, but it's gone. You know what Doodle and I had no problem doing today when we were at Best Buy? Seeing every single one of the new Amiibo that were released sitting on the shelves because they bumped them all up and no one is buying them, bro. We've seen them in other stores, but when we went to Best Buy today, that was the real clear picture because they were just stacks everywhere of all the new Street Fighter ones. Like those things go back to when Ryu first came out back in the day. That shit was gone. It was so hard to get that shit. Like now, unfortunately, I think it does make a difference. I think it does make a big
pricing.
Difference. So I am intrigued. Yeah, absolutely. So I am intrigued. I am intrigued to see, what this is actually going to net out for Nintendo and how long it's going to take to get to where they're hopefully looking at. Because no matter how confident they feel they won't feel that confident until they're over 14 mil, right? they gotta get over that Wii U hump, make sure that they don't repeat the pass, right? Once they're over that, it's like, okay, we're at least we beat that one, right? And we're just gonna keep going. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what it actually means and what it means for Nintendo overall. That being said, before we go any further, don't forget that we always have to shout out our homies. That's right. We want to go ahead and shout out everyone who supports us over on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. You guys are the shits. But I do have to come over here and I want to shout everybody out. So let me go ahead and do that. Done. Okay, so we have our YouTube Elite members. We got the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Music 72, and Queen Witch. We appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so very much. And of course, we have our Inner Circle members, the homie Big Maze Gaming and Pragmatic Eagle. You guys are the shit. So thank you so very much for all the support. You guys are awesome. That being said, you know what the fuck it is. You guys live in the building right now with us. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. But of course, you can't all be equal, right? You can't. It's impossible. Why? Because three of you were the first people in the building. You guys have risen above the rest. Okay, you are the specials for tonight, and ultimately, the number one person will be considered the best bot that there is for the night of all history. You know what I'm saying? It's going to last forever until the next show where we take you off. But for sure, it will be an honor to be placed on our banner for the whole show. Now we're going to start with number 3. Who was number 3 in the building? Well, very simple. I'll let you know. It's our boy. It's our homie. Motherfucking Dark Angelic. My dude. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. You are the man. Thank you so much. Number 2 in the building. Even though he recently celebrated his 72-year-old birthday. That's right, 72nd birthday. It's our boy, Music 72. Yes, he finally reached the age of the number in his name. That's our boy. Thank you so much, man, for being here, bro. Appreciate you, my dude. But number 1, the best bot of the night, it's our boy, motherfucking Ren. Ren is in the building first. He ain't fucking wrong. He ain't taking no shit from nobody. Look at that. That's skill. That's skill. So you are officially the best bot of the night, bro. Let me go ahead and update this before I forget, because we don't want to go ahead and pull of stupid, and then I don't write anything down. So we got Ren in the building. You got Music 72 in the building. You got. God damn it! Why did I just forget? Who's number 3? Tell me right now. Somebody know. Oh, Dark Angelic, my boy. God damn it. Dark. Dunjo. Okay. That. Beautiful. Roll you down there. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. All right. Beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you again all so much for being here. I do see the homie Cage of Vampiro Borracho in the building. What's up, my dude? I see Ryuar. What's going on, man? Thank you for rocking out, bro. Appreciate you. I see Michael you in the building. What's going on, my dude? User for Games. What is up, man? Fillmore Pockets. What's going on, player? Becca in the building. What is up, fam? We got the homie Music 72 member for 8 months. My dude. Thank you, my brother, for being here. It says late again. Listen, I had some unforeseen mic issues. Okay. I don't know what happened, but it was real bad. So I had to get it fixed. I fixed it. Don't ask me how, but some would say I'm the best at fixing mics. Some would disagree. No one knows who's right. You know what I'm saying? No one knows. We got Doba 360 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, my brother. G maybe. What is up, player? Outward Lyric in the building. What's going on, my dude? Rangy 4. What is up, man? See Service a lot. What is going on, player? Appreciate you, man. James Kofi in the building. APIMB. What's up, player? Mogs E. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. Belzaire in the building. What's up, brother? Be nice. What is up, fam? Thank you for rocking out with us, bro. Appreciate you. LZX, what is up, homie? Appreciate you, my dude. He makes a great point. Says, I be telling people stop listening to so-called journalists if you ain't heard it from Xbox and Microsoft. We say it all the time too, man. Like if it's not from their mouths, we're not gonna react, we're not gonna cry, we're not gonna scream, we're not gonna shout, we're not gonna do nothing. We're gonna listen and wait to see if shit turns out to be whatever it is. And guess what? All the dooming and glooming about a handheld and magically it ain't an issue anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I think at the end of the day, we already are used to the cycle, right? Where they come out, they say some crazy shit to try to, I don't know, create some type of issue, hoping that it'll make them feel better, and then they remember that they have no games on their console that they want to play unless it's Xbox related. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just the reality of what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we do have the homie Brett Bingham in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $5 super chat, man. You started us up. First super chat tonight. Let me go ahead and put you in here before I forget to do it. First, wait, right here. Bam. Okay. He says, who knew the ponies were so good at gymnastics? The power of X is here, and it is clear. It is boot on neck season. You know, it's funny because as we were away, you know, out with the fam and doing all that fun stuff, out, you know, Summer Games Fest, watching all the stuff, not being able to do a show, it became pretty evident that these people they're cracked. Okay, that's just what it is. They're just cracked out. There's so much nonsense that they talk to try to somehow put themselves in a position where they feel better about what's happening at PlayStation. It's like, fam, there's nothing you can do. Just accept that in the world of gaming, where you get to be excited for games that are produced by the platform of your choice, you, my friends, are now in the minority. You have no games. Just accept it. It's easier for everybody. Stop crying and stop saying fake things because then Sarah Bond has to come out here and slap you up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how embarrassing is it to have her come out and be like, actually, we are still doing a handheld. It's not essentially canceled. Do you feel dumb? Mic to the mouth, right? Answer. And do you feel stupid? Like, that is what she is saying to you. And I think we just have to, you know, move past the fake bullshit, right? I do see Mac22TH54 in the building. What's up, man? Night of Cypher. What is going on, homie? This pain in the building. What is going on? Lawrence Davenport, what's up, player? Thank you for rocking out with us, man. Cheese is nasty. What's going on? Pragmatic Eagle in the building. What is up, homie? Thank you for rocking out with us, homie. Infinite Hero in the building. What's going on, man? Thank you for rocking out. And Cupid's Victim. What is up, homie? Says CMoney, the new MTV VJ, doing interviews now. Hey, Cupid, man. Appreciate you, homie. We've actually done a lot of interviews if you look back at some of our other stuff from like PAX East, but it's been a while. So it was fun to hop back in the seat and get to rock out with some devs. Man, before we actually, we're gonna talk about it a little later, depending on the time. But goddamn, did you guys see Crimson Desert?
Yeah, I saw it at PAX East. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fire. I was gonna ask you about it because I seen that you mentioned it on Twitter, so I've been super curious about that game and been following it for a long time. So yeah.
Oh, it feels amazing. I have gameplay up on our channel. I had one of the devs with me. She was kind of walking us through it. Oh my god, it's better than you think it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better than you can imagine. All the crazy shit that you saw them doing, you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not fake. It's not
real.
some trick. It's literally like it's like a fighting game almost. Like you just know the button combinations to do shit, and you do it, and it's so fire. Oh my god, bro! There was this arrow that I was shooting that just you just shoot them with the arrow and it just dropped down like a bombardment of explosions and just wiping people. Oh my god, running up to people, grabbing them, tossing them. Oh man, it's so good, bro. It's honestly it's way better than I expected it to be. Like I hoped it would be that good from everything that I saw, but playing it hands on, oh my god, what a game! That is so good, man. So uh that was is probably the hypest game I played of of the weekend for sure. Like that shit was just it was crazy good. It was crazy. It's a whole new engine because I know they have that Black Desert online game. Like people got confused. They thought it was like this was like a follow up to that as another MMO, but it's not. It's its own separate thing. It's single player, completely single player. It has its own engine. It's not the Black Desert engine. It's its own engine doing everything that you could ever imagine. The lighting is crazy, graphical fidelity, the texture detail, all that so good. So
Where do you play this? It like on Xbox or PC or what do you play at? What platform?
that's a good question. That's a good question.
Come on, Simone.
Don't-
What controller you had in your hand?
Bro, first of all, well, the controller doesn't matter because a PC takes them all.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
I know.
kind of feel like it. I feel like it was a PC because it was like super stunning. But you know,
Is this at Playdays?
at Playdays, yeah.
Yeah, that was on PC.
Okay, so it's on PC. So yeah, I mean, it looked amazing. Boss Red in the building. What's up, man? Is this live? It is live, sir. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here. But yeah, that was beautiful, amazing. I'm so pumped for that game. Crazy. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's just kind of jump right into shit because we really have a lot to cover, and I would like to cover as much as humanly possible. I wrote like a ridiculous list on the thumbnail and shit that we're gonna cover, but it probably will happen. But we'll see what we can get through. Okay, this is night questions, right? So let me chapter. Yeah. That you do this, do that. All right, chapter. It's full time. All right. As you guys know, today we got a bomb dropped on us. There's been a lot of rumor. There's a lot of nonsense talk about Xbox not making another handheld. The ROG Ally was them showing you that they're not going to be making their own stuff anymore. The handheld that they were making is dead. Blah 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 blah. Okay, great. Well, cue Sarah Bond. That's right. Sarah said, "Fuck all this noise. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna slap you up with some real shit." Okay. So I'm not gonna read any of this stuff yet. I'm gonna let her talk, and then we'll double back. All right, let's go.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories. I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our next generation Xbox consoles, in your living room and in your hands. Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games. This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want, delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device. That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Damn.
That
Okay.
was a lot in a little bit of time. You know what I'm saying? That was a lot in a little bit of time. She just did a lot of slapping up. So this is what I want to do. Okay. Now that we all took that in, right? Oh, you felt that Hargeet? Was that the first time you saw that?
No, I saw it while you were having mic trouble.
Oh, you slick son of a bitch. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, I'm gonna play it back, but we're going to dissect, okay? Because she dropped a whole lot in here, and I think she ruined a lot of people's day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people's day got ruined. So, I mean, a lot of people like us very happy talking about phones, but you know how we do. All right, let's go.
At Xbox, our vision is for you to play the games you want with the people you want anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across console, handheld, PC, cloud, and accessories.
So, real quick, nice recap, right? Remembering that Xbox is changing the game, they're moving things forward. There's a whole slew of new devices that are coming out that are not, it's not just one console. This is not a one box play anymore. They're covering the entire field. However you want to play games, they got something coming your way. That's fucking exciting. All right, let's go.
I am thrilled to share we've established a strategic multi-year partnership with AMD to
Real quick, why would they do that if they're dead? Just so I know. Xbox dead, but they have a multi-year strategic partnership with AMD. That sounds
Alive.
alive. But you know, you never know. Maybe it's all a trick, right? Maybe it's all a trick.
to co-engineer silicon across a portfolio of devices, including our
You see that? What's that right there? AMD Ryzen AI. Where is that chip?
In the ROG, Xbox Ally X,
Xbox
whatever you want to call it.
Ally X.
And they got an Xbox logo on the chip.
It's an Xbox logo on the chip. They co-engineered this chip just for that handheld. It is not the ROG Ally handheld from before. This is Xbox's handheld that is being made. The pieces are being put together by ROG and Asus and what they do there. But this is a Xbox device, and they're going to be making all types of chips here to power all of them.
our next generation Xbox consoles. In your living
You hear that? Consoles? Next generation Xbox consoles with the S at the end.
room and in your hands.
What? Hold on. Did she just say in your hand? That must mean that she's talking about the handheld that they said was canceled. You know what it is? It's a easy slip of the tongue. They confuse handheld with marathon, right? That's the confusion, right? When we're talking about cancellations. Got it. I just want to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Delayed indefinitely. That's the way. That's the way. It's funny because that's an official. That one's official. But it seems like the Xbox one was just made up BS and lies. Interesting. Okay.
Together with AMD, we are advancing the state of art in gaming silicon to deliver the next generation of graphics innovation to unlock a deeper level of visual quality and immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI, all while maintaining compatibility with your existing library of Xbox games.
Hold on. Let me just be clear. I just want to understand something. Previously, she mentioned console and in your hands, right? So handheld and console. And then now she said all of it, being able to keep up with all your library. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so they're going to be going ahead and making the backwards compatibility team become active again, make sure everything is working on everything that they've developed going forward. And if we remember, it sounds very similar to the idea she said back in February of last year when she told everybody that they were putting together a forward compatibility team, right? They wanted to make sure everything was going to work on future hardware. Interesting. Okay.
This is all about building you a gaming platform that's always with you, so you can play the games you want across devices anywhere you want.
Notice that she didn't say you could play the Xbox games you want. Notice she said you could play the games you want. Because if it's a hybrid PC and you have access to other stores, I don't know. Let's see what she's going to say.
Delivering you an Xbox experience not locked to a single store or tied to one device.
Hold on. Not locked to a single store. So are you suggesting that if one such person cared to do so, that they could venture all over Steam and maybe procure some games that maybe haven't released on any console yet, or maybe procure some games that might have been tied to just one box that starts with a P. It sounds like PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? I think that is seems like what they're saying. Now, you know, most of us don't really give a shit about anything that PlayStation has to offer, but still, seems like it's going to be a hard time for the PlayStation people to be talking shit about having exclusive games that no one else can play unless you have a console or a PC, when that new Xbox has access to that same store. I don't know. Sounds interesting to me. Let's see.
That's why we're working closely with the Windows team to ensure that Windows is the #1 platform for gaming. The next
Now, why would one say Windows is the best platform for gaming? Why would they want that? Well, it's funny, but doesn't every Xbox run on a version of Windows?
Yes, it does.
Interesting.
Yep.
Ooh.
Interesting.
So it's not an Xbox, it's a PC. All right. Noted.
Yeah. It's funny. But at the end of the day, Windows is the platform that has access to everything, whereas Xbox is only limited to Xbox. So why would you not want to continue what they're showing us that is their plan, to be able to have access to everything? You need to be a Windows platform, right? Still an Xbox when you buy the box and you're playing on there, right? So overall, I love it. Let me see.
next generation of Xbox is coming to life, and this is just the beginning. We can't wait to show you what's next.
Now, oh, shit. Let me do that. Okay. So let's
Games you want with the people you want anywhere anywhere you want. That's why we're investing in our next generation hardware lineup across.
All right. So, obviously, we have all heard this beautiful presentation here, letting us know that the Xbox next generation plans are in motion, right? Now, I will say there were some rumors that the next Xbox was going to come out in 2026. And then there were some rumors that the next Xbox was going to go ahead and we moved to 2027. But if we rewind time a little bit, they went ahead and announced in 2019 that we were going to get the next generation console. And that console released a year later. 2026 is the 25-year anniversary for Xbox. And we're going to talk about it a little later, but Phil Spencer made a pretty big deal about the idea of Fable, Gears, and Forza, and another game that's been with us since the beginning, all dropping in 2026. Do we believe that 2026 is back on the table for the next gen Xbox release? Let's start with that question, and then I'll get everybody's opinion on everything else that she said. Argeet, what do you think? You think there's a chance?
I mean, it's very bold that they actually put this out there. This isn't a rumor anymore. This is like confirmation. It's happening. It's not the actual announce, fair enough, but it's pretty damn close.
Pretty close to it. Pretty close to it.
So, would it shock me that one other showcase, like we have Gamescom, we have Tokyo Game Show, and we have the Game Awards to still come?
Dude,
would it shock me that they put it out in one of those?
Yo, what if
it would not.
The Game Awards, like they did.
It would not, right? Because what we're hearing about the ROG is that it's that's potentially coming out in October. They're going to stop pre-orders in August, right? These are rumors, right? But it seems reasonable that's but potentially the timeline for that, right? Okay, that's out of the way. Come around December, you got the Keeleys again, and we're hearing rumors that this Keeley show is going to be kind of packed with some Xbox stuff. So, if that's the case, this would be a pretty crazy announcement. Could it happen? Yes. Is it like a guarantee? No. I'd still say it's probably more money on being 2027. But god damn, would it be a crazy year to have it punctuated with Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, very likely to follow with an Elder Scrolls 6, all coming to a brand new console with its launch window having all that and more. Call of Duty obviously will be there as well, right? What a freaking year that would be. The amount of enthusiasm and excitement that would create. I mean that it's an interesting thought. Even 2027 is a pretty good thing, right? It'll be pretty cool to have it come out then. But good God. Oh yeah, and did I mention Forza? Like, so yeah, it's Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, potentially Elder Scrolls, and look, State of Decay is ready to go. Like, there's so many more games. Perfect Dark, which is an original IP of theirs from a while ago, right? Like, there's so much they could throw out that they have in their pockets right now, and stuff we don't even know about. So, good God, could this be a year? We haven't heard about Splinter Cell that I'm aware of. Did anybody hear any update for Splinter Cell?
No.
Imagine that being a launch title. Doesn't matter if it's everywhere else. Again, remember, we don't care about that anymore. But imagine that being a launch title. Day and date Game Pass. Here you go. Imagine that being there. Like what a launch lineup that could be. Now, again, there's a lot that goes into hardware, so I'm not going to like make the assumption that it's possible that it actually comes out. But in other words, I'm not going to guarantee it's coming out in 2026. But I'd give it a good 30% chance. It's possible that this does happen. That 2026 is the year that they release this thing. They said multiple consoles.
Yes.
That's another thing you have to just take in and say, well, what does that mean? Is that the handheld comes out?
Well,
Is that like the under the TV console comes out?
Listen. Wait, there's words that we got to read. So right now, let's keep it to just if we think it's going to happen 2026 or not. Is it possible? And then we're going to go because there is very specific wording that's used in this tweet that we are going to look at.
Yep.
So
Demo, I don't know. Well, I'll put out another little rumor.
Okay.
The handheld that they were working on was pretty close. It was really good.
Let me something. Did I not fucking? You all were here. You fucking have to remember. Real quick. Did I not say that they would drop the handheld now to pop the cherry so that they don't waste it on their real one when they launch on the goddamn next gen console? Bro, that's exactly what I said. If that shit comes out next year, goddamn, what just happened? Who was that?
Okay, it went away because suddenly it was starting to sound bad. But now it's okay. So it is possible. So look, what I understand of what happened with the Xbox branded specific handheld is that they were getting a little pushback, right? That, hey, if you're going to make your own, you're going to compete with our stuff. So if you want us to do it, push away from doing your own, right? And that's fair. I don't mind that. That's fair. It lets them kind of work out the kinks with Asus, right? Here you go. You got like a year to figure that out. If they drop theirs next year, because that is viable.
It's a dock. It's the console and a dockable handheld is what they're doing. It's happening. Oh my god!
And then I still think they'll have the full Series X equivalent. That may be 2027, maybe it's 2026. I don't know, right? But they could launch hardware next year. They could. They very well could. So it's possible, dude. There is a possibility that they have here's a new console. It's the handheld. Doesn't matter. Launch lineup has all these freaking classic Xbox games. Holy shit.
Yeah, I doubt they. I think that it'll be both. I think they're gonna launch both and just fucking rock out. But either way, I think that's fucking. It's a possibility. 2026 was the one that made sense from the beginning. 25th year anniversary is just the one that makes sense for me. Demo, what do you think, man? Are we crazy, or do you think that it's possible or even likely?
Man, I don't know. The way I see it, I think that 2026 is going to be a very important year, like you guys said. I think that Phil Spencer already said it that we were expecting, to have some big household games. Dropping that year. So anything can happen, and I think that Xbox got the resources right now, and they have the momentum to celebrate their 25th anniversary in a high note, higher than anybody, higher than Wiz Khalifa up in this bitch. That's the truth. They're killing shit. There's nobody stopping this right now, and I do believe that anything can happen at this point. Now, the funny thing is people said that they were exiting the console business, the hardware business. They were not going to produce any more plastic, right, per se. And look, here they are doing the opposite, promising you not only one but multiple consoles. Now these consoles can vary, right? Like you say, it could be a handheld, it could be under the TV. Like Harky said, they could have another cloud device. They even could have a VR for all we know. We don't really know. So the fact is that they're cooking, and I think they're doing things right
for sure.
Yeah, by putting a big emphasis in backwards compatibility. I think that's important. That's one of the big things that the people will complain about. But even so, if these devices that they're dropping, they're not backwards compatible, right? We'll be gaining, right, with the fact that she said that we're gonna be open to many stores, right? you are gaining the whole library of Steam. You're gaining GOG. You're getting Epic Game Store, gives you 2 games a week for free. And it's just like amazing. Like, I could care less about my backlog. It's not like I'm gonna go back and play the old games. For that, I already have an Xbox. So, people putting a lot of emphasis in that. Okay, I get it. It's understandable. It's definitely in my wish list. But I believe that what they need to get down in this device is, just get Windows working properly with gaming. And I think that's what they're doing, bro. They optimizing Windows to become more gaming like and more friendly to the gamers, and simplifying things, killing apps, working in the background, etc. So I think
Only the
uh
things that are needed.
yeah. But this is awesome, man. And we're so happy, right? We're happy that this is happening on the 25th anniversary. So that's all I can say, man. I'm super excited. The way she speaks is amazing. I was hoping to ask you how she smell, but I will leave that one for the night shift since you guys were close to her. But yeah, Sarah Bond is dope. And I seen some people like saying like, why is she saying this and not Phil Spencer? Well, like, understand this. She is the one who has to do with the consoles and the hardware. Come on, guys.
Yeah,
She
she's
is the
president of
boss.
Xbox. She runs
She
that
is the
part.
boss.
He runs Xbox.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He
super
runs
excited,
all
man.
gaming. He runs all of gaming. And Farrell, what do you think? Oh,
Go ahead.
what do you got?
I was just gonna say, I just saw the things that are coming out on Game Pass. Holy crap! They're really opening up some of the games.
We're gonna be talking about. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get to this real quick. Go ahead,
Farrell. Yeah, Xbox ain't playing around right now. I would say, based on the announcement and the timing of it, I would say that we're probably gonna see the next Xbox, probably like we saw the Series X, maybe at the Game Awards, and I do think it's gonna drop in 2026. I think I saw today that the original Xbox launched November 15th. So I would guess it would drop November 15th, 2026, which will be the 25th anniversary. Perfect time to drop your console, launch it with Halo.
Yes.
I think that's going to happen. Now, do they launch 2 consoles at once again? I'm not sure, but I do think that the next generation is going to kind of kick off next year in 2026. Just with the timing of this announcement.
Typically, why talk about it now?
Yeah, if you're talking about it now, typically the new hardware is coming a year later.
Dude, we have. Think about this. Let me just say, Farrell, I'm sorry to cut it off, but they literally announced a new piece of hardware that's dropping this year.
During the showcase.
Why even bring up something else?
Yeah.
What benefit? Just hype this up. Why? Because they fucking know.
And in
it's
some
coming,
ways,
baby. There's no reason.
In some ways, this ROG Ally is the what's up? In some ways, the ROG is kind of the kickoff to the next generation, because it has a lot more power than the current Series X when you look at it. With the new chip and the 24 gigs of RAM, that's kind of
AI. It's an AI.
An AI.
Don't forget.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll actually outclass it in actual raw performance, but it does have a lot of tech. It does have a lot of tech. As far as like the release, just in an FYI, 15th of November 2026 is a Sunday, so I doubt it would be that. It'd probably be the 17th. But yeah, it could come out in that range.
Okay, drop it on the Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I'm ready.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that.
But I think you are 100% right, man. This is.
But what we need to do this time
just makes sense.
is have a launch party. Yeah. We missed that out. You know why? We had stupid COVID, so we couldn't do anything fun. This time we could do a launch party.
Yeah, I definitely think I think this ROG Ally kind of kicks off next gen hardware. It may not have, quote unquote next gen games yet, but it's gonna carry you into the next gen, especially, it's not a 1-year device.
No, like anybody who buys it this year is not like screwed when they drop the next one next year. Next year will be a better device, but this one doesn't go away. Especially in a world where the Nintendo Switch 2 exists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this shit is a beast compared to that crap. So it's very like you're safe. Games are going to be made for the Switch 2. So that's the point of this, right? Like this was the last generation of a fixed box that this is the only one that we're gonna have, or in Microsoft's case, they made 2 boxes, right? And said, all right, here's your Xbox. That's it, it's done. There's no more. This is all about scale, right? This is always going to be about scale. So you buy the next stuff if you want the biggest and best, or you settle for lower quality, you keep what you have, or buy cheaper stuff, right? That's going to be the way forward. But I mean, we're gonna talk about it later because PlayStation had their February event from last year that Xbox did, right? They had theirs this time where they were talking about stuff. And a lot of people have been picking up the idea that, oh, PlayStation 6 is top of mind, right? That's the words that they want to go on as if they're doing that. Well, first of all, saying that it's top of mind right now is crazy, right? So it's like, okay, well, you're just starting to get this going. Obviously, we know they've been working with AMD. Mark Cerny has said it, but the lady, I forget her name, but she comes up, and again, we'll talk about this more in depth just about PlayStation when we get there later. But she brings up that they're just kind of figuring out what what this thing is gonna be. Like they don't even know what they're doing. Whereas Xbox is like, oh no, we have this mapped out. There are devices for days. We know exactly what we're doing. Where PlayStation 6, they're just in the part where they're just trying to figure out what does even mean to have another PlayStation come out, right?
Yeah.
And that is the crazy shit. So that keeps in line with everything we heard in the past that for PlayStation, it does look like 2027, 2028. Whereas Xbox, the confidence in this work, like these were confident words. These are not people who are sitting here saying, well, this might be happening or we might be doing this. No, these are the words of people who are like, this is fucking, we already know this is done. This is what's going to happen. And we'll let you know soon what it's going to look like. That's a beautiful place for us to be in, man. Absolutely, for sure. All right, so but you're in the boat. 2026 is fucking go time, just like me.
Yeah, at this point, because of the announcement, like you just typically you have an announcement like this, hardware typically follows a year later. So they didn't have to do this with the announcement of the Ally X. That kind of covered them for this year and next year.
Literally, if it wasn't coming out next year, you shut your face until late next year, right?
Yep.
You do a December reveal of the 2027 console, just like you did in 2019. Why talk about it now? For what? For us to linger another year and be like, oh, well, I forgot you guys spoke. No, it's crazy time. I'm fucking ready. Let me get the homie Space Shot in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for being a member for 8 months, man. Appreciate you. Says, is this a new Xbox focused podcast? Who this? Listen, we're always Xbox focused. Just depends on what type of focus we're doing. Sometimes it's Xbox slapping up a pony. You know what I'm saying? We have to do that too. It's just balance, man. It's balance. We do have the homie Mac 22TH54. Badu, thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says, CMoney, I can't wait to see all the backpedaling of all the naysayers that your library will not be playable on the new handheld / console. Hashtag PAB. Yo, PAB indeed. That's what they are out here. It's wild, but it's the truth. But yeah, I mean, they're already silent, bro. You already see some of them looking goofy, right? They put out these long ass blog posts or long ass posts about, you know, why handheld is dead and this new handheld is not an Xbox. And then you got Sarah Bond coming out here giving everybody the sweet chin music. You know what I'm saying? Just right to the chin. Shut up. Bam.
There's a lot of confusion out there in Ponyland. Like they don't know how to necessarily process what Microsoft is doing. And I think a lot of that was kind of reflected in that fireside chat and why they don't know what they're doing with the PlayStation 6, because they don't know what Xbox is doing, and whatever they make has to be in response to the type of hardware that Xbox is going to make and what they plan on, doing with their, user experience. So, yeah, they're kind of in no man's land. Their games are a mess, and if hardware comes out next year, they're going to be behind for 2 or 3 years while they figure out how to do it the way Xbox did it, in a PlayStation type way.
Are you talking about similar to how the devs who Insomniac said that they're looking at achieving Hellblade 2 level graphics for Wolverine, a game that's coming out either next year or the year after, for a game that came out when? Last year? Interesting. It seems like that's the only thing they know how to do. Fun times. It's fun times. It's fun times. We do have the homie Boss Red in the building. Member for 16 motherfucking months. God damn. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate the support, man. You the homie. Says, this is what gaming is all about. Good news and great games. You know, it's funny. I'm so glad you said that because honestly, like, I don't know about you, but I've been having so much fun out here reading all the stuff that's happening. Every time I see a pony say something, it's just like, man, you're fucking clueless. It's so hilarious because there's like literally we are in the greatest position that we've ever been in. It's like literally there's no words that can ever tear us down. We have all the games that everybody wants to play. We know because another game is topping lists on PlayStation Store. We'll talk about that later. But we have all the games that people want to play in our Game Pass subscription.
Yeah.
We have options for days of how we want to experience our content. You want to have your console experience? Do it. You want to go play your games on the PC, high-end PC, go crazy? Do it. You want to hop on a handheld like the ROG Ally and play your games there? Do it. You want to stream your games from xCloud? Do it. You want to stream your games at a higher quality level? Get GeForce Now? Do it. Bro, what is this? You want to play on your phone? Do it. Like, what does touchscreen? Do it. Like, does not stop, bro. Like, it's we are in such
play it on your PlayStation. Position. They don't care. Fair enough.
Oh, you want to go buy the game and play on your PlayStation?
On PlayStation, pay $80, no problem.
Do it. Soon to be Switch 2, do it. Ready, whatever. Whichever way you want to do it, let's fucking go. That's what it is.
So now the goalpost that I'm seeing, CMoney, is that you can't get the physical version on Xbox, but you can get it on PlayStation, and that's a huge issue. Like,
we're talking about physical. There's a whole topic about that because that's some other clown ass shit. God damn.
I want Xbox Play Anywhere, but I need the
physical. Bitch, how you gonna do that? How are we gonna put your disc in everything? You're gonna slide it into your phone?
Oh, you just gotta love it.
We're gonna definitely talk about it. We're gonna get bars on that. But Boss Red, thank you, my brother. You're 100% right, man. Good news all around. Great game. When it's Xbox, there's always great news, right? Always, nonstop. Whether it's new games into Game Pass, new ways to play, new exciting hardware on our way. God, all right. Let's get the home Simple Jack in the building. Madu, thank you, my brother, for being here. Thanks for that $5 super chat. Says, I've seen some ponies claim that Xbox is dead because of the AMD partnership video. I don't know what went on. Honestly,
your voice is falling off here. I don't know if that's the same for you guys.
Yeah, you see money.
Did it come back?
It's really low right now.
Really low.
And it's like you got a grocery bag over your mic or something.
What? Literally nothing has changed.
Oh, now it's back.
What the goddamn point?
Now it's
See,
back
they get so emotional.
Yeah. It feels like there's a noise gate of some sort. I don't know what's going on, but it
literally haven't done anything different. Nothing has taken place.
You attack the physicals.
Oh no!
The physical army came and tried to fuck everything up. All right. Well, sorry for all the emotional damage that we have supplied. It's cool. All right, let's hop.
Emotional damage.
They're not ready for it. But let's hop in over here. Okay. Says actually I have two. I don't know if they say here. Yeah, I think they say here. Okay. Yeah, yep, they say right here. All right. So listen, we're gonna read the tweet normal. All right, and then we'll break it down. Announcing, this is from Xbox, announcing that we're building the next generation of Xbox first-party devices in cloud, including our future Xbox consoles, together with AMD. next level performance, cutting edge graphics, breakthrough gameplay, and unmatched compatibility. Stay tuned for what's next. Okay. So, one thing I noticed right away is the branding that they are doing here. Next generation of Xbox first party devices. First party devices. Right? So now you're in a scenario where they're looking at hardware like they look at their video games. You know what I'm saying? It's a first party game. Wherever you go play it, that's up to you, right? It's a first party console or a first party handheld. Whoever makes it, that don't matter. It's still a first party device. It is a device that they are going ahead and they're saying, this is an Xbox. This runs to whatever spec that we agree on or we're okay with or whatever the guidelines are that they're doing. But they're first party devices. They have hands on these devices, just like the ROG Xbox Ally X, right? I would say that that's the first of these first party devices. Again, we saw the chip in there, right? Is the AMD chip that is in the Xbox Ally X, right? So I love the fact that they're pretty much telling you right off the rip, these are first party devices. They're not made by us, but they're designed with us. And all the engineering that it goes into these chips and stuff, it's all going to be together with AMD. I mean, that's fire. What do you guys think when you hear first party devices? Are you hearing it the way I'm hearing it? That they're going ahead and really labeling this as something that they're moving forward with. By the way, Hargi, how long ago have we talked about it on this channel that the next Xboxes were also going to be open to other OEM?
Yeah. I've been saying this for quite a while. But yeah, as far as the first party, this could be an interesting one where they could say first party is designed by us and released by us. That could be one interpretation, or it could be anything that involves Xbox design or IP in that box, right? So it's something.
Well, let me
that
real quick.
includes...
I think if you see the words, I think it kind of separates it, right? Because they said we're building the next generation of Xbox first party devices, including our future
Xbox consoles,
right?
yeah.
So it's kind of like,
yeah, so it could be that
both.
anything that includes any of their capabilities is considered a first party device. Now, this is what they do with games. For instance, Ninja Gaiden 4, they consider that first party, even though it has nothing. They don't own the IP, right? It's Team Ninja, Koei Tecmo, they own the IP, but it's published by Xbox, so they consider that first party. Fair enough. So that might be what they're saying here. This is an Xbox. It's not literally with the picture there. It is not an Asus ROG device. It is an Xbox device partnered with Asus. So they might consider it first party because they're the ones putting it out there, and it has Xbox OS, Xbox, whatever you want to call it, right? Because they're making that for this thing, right? Which will eventually, I would assume, go everywhere else. But right now they're making an Xbox UI enabled Windows for this device, right? That's Microsoft Xbox working with them to make an Xbox device. So they could consider that first party. It is viable that that's what they mean here. It'd be great if they would clarify all that, but like you're saying, including our future Xbox consoles, maybe that is an indication that even the ones that they make in-house would be considered first party, but also ones that they partner on might be considered first party.
Yeah, so it's almost like that designation just covers anything that's going to include like their silicon, like their AMD partnership chip, right? Seems like that's the hardest. If you brought it up, they showed that chip, right?
Yeah, or to some level, it is able to do things that an Xbox can. And the one that I keep putting out there is, let's say you want forward compatibility with your 360 games, Xbox One, and all that. Because it's an Xbox, actually defined as an Xbox, they theoretically could do that under the licensing terms they have. If it's a Windows PC, they don't have that availability because it's now a different type of platform, right? So when they say no, this is an Xbox, it's running an Xbox UI, it's running an Xbox OS, even though it's Windows, that they can then say, hey, we're going to license all of our back compat to this device, right? So this ROG, I would expect at some point we'll have that.
So meaning it doesn't even have to be like that they can't coexist. It's like a bare minimum. It's like a minimum spec. Like you at least have to have 100% compatibility with Xbox in your device, and then that device will then still be able to be open to Steam and Epic Game Store and itch.io, whatever it's called.
Which they're just making as part of their standard going forward, right? So like Farrell was saying, the next gen, this is sort of the beginning phases of what that next gen is going to look like, right? Where you're bringing together both of these environments. We'll see how if they can bring that backcat to this device. I think they will. The other thing, like you're saying, compatibility. Your Xbox branded accessories that connect to an Xbox device through the authentication chips, through their wireless, not Bluetooth, that may be compatible on this as well, right? So they might have that native on this as well because it's an Xbox. So you should be able to connect up an actual whatever Xbox headset, and all works through the standard Xbox mechanism, not Bluetooth, right? So we will see if they pull that off. There are advantages to that. There's a latency difference, right? So if that is what's happening, that's great. Another like boon having this be an Xbox. But again, they have to clarify all these things. But I think that's what it really means, is it will behave like a device that you expect, right? As an Xbox, right? You have your Xbox compatible controller. It works just the same, no issues, right? And you're not doing a Bluetooth pair, you're doing an Xbox pair, right? So like those kind of things are just native built in. That would be really cool, right? So we'll see how they play with that.
NVIDIA makes a graphics card and then 50 other people make a graphics card. It has the baseline of what that particular card is, and then they can add whatever they want around it. But at minimum, it is that card, right?
Yep. So and so we'll see what they do with it, but that might be the thing here. When they're labeling it Xbox, that means it comes with certain benefits that the other standard machines that may get, like your old ROG Ally X may get the UI eventually, right? But it's not going to be the same feature parity that you're going to get with this box, right? This is literally a designed by Xbox, device. So it's going to, in my opinion, this is all rumor, right? It's going to have capabilities that the other will not have because it is an Xbox. So those are the things I would expect. So that first party, that's what I'm reading into this, is that it is looking at, I can deliver your entire library here, right? So if you want to boot up your 360 copy of whatever you own in your digital library, this is why you can't have physical, you can go ahead and do that. And it'll just come up. If you have it in Game Pass, it'll just come up, right? So you have those options. If you want to play it from Steam, go ahead. They don't care. Good, fine, right? Whatever way you want to do it, up to you, right? So, and just like they do today, right? You can go into a game and say, hey, I want to play this through GeForce. Sure, play it through GeForce, right? Or you want to play it native? Oh, sure. Want to play it through xCloud? Sure. They don't care. You pick, right? So your choice. And that's the beauty of what they're trying to do here. But I think that's what that means. That's my guess.
I feel that. What do you guys think? Farrell, what do you feel about the situation here with this first party devices and cloud, right? We heard a little while back that Jess Gordon said he heard that they're doing like the next generation of cloud. As you guys know, I'm a big supporter of cloud gaming. I use it often. And xCloud itself is great. It runs great, but GeForce Now clearly is the best, absolute best version of it. It runs the PC version of these, it runs the Windows version of the games. So you're getting ray tracing, you're getting, best possible frame rates. It's ridiculous how good it feels and plays. And Xbox is right there, but just not the fidelity of it, right?
Yeah.
So it works smooth, but the fidelity is where GeForce Now takes it. So if they're working on, which you could only assume is that kind of next generation cloud platform for them, I mean, that's a huge boost too, right? I mean, what do you think, bro?
Right. I think the number one thing that I think Xbox is working on along with these devices is to make sure that you have a unified and seamless experience no matter where you go, and that the Xbox experience is what you associate with any move you make with. So they want they want the Xbox UI to be so seamless that, you know, even a Steam user will say, why would I, you know, go to Steam when I could just go to this storefront that Xbox has provided and I can see how much all the games cost and I can buy it from Steam or GOG or Xbox right here within this one UI. So essentially, even if they purchase all their games through Steam, you're still almost making them an Xbox customer, because at some point they're going to see, well, this one has Play Anywhere. This one has, you know, imagine if they get Quick Resume on PC, and PC ends up, you know, you can only use Quick Resume if you buy a game from the Xbox, you know, the Xbox store. That becomes something that becomes so. I think they're trying to give gamers options, but those options that they give them ultimately lock them in to the ecosystem, kind of the same way that we kind of got locked into the ecosystem with Play Anywhere and Game Pass. Like, they gave us these options, but these options enhanced our experience so much that we don't really look to go anywhere else. If Xbox provides it, that's like our de facto experience. I think they kind of want to give PC gamers the same thing, and I think they want to give cloud gamers, like you said, the same thing. That's why, you know, GeForce Now is getting integrated in Xbox. Oh, you love GeForce Now? Great. I'm glad you love it. We're going to integrate it into what we're doing so that you access GeForce Now through us, so that, you know, we become the forefront of your experience, not GeForce Now.
Exactly. And it gets to the point where you kind of lose the identity of the other things you're even using, and you're just like, I'm just getting on my Xbox and playing this way, right? Because I can. Which, I mean, it's also dope, man. It's also dope.
Yeah.
Now, there are a bunch of other people who hopped in here. Okay. So we saw that Xbox, but then all of a sudden retweeting started taking place. Okay. So let me share this one. This is from Jack Hoon. He's from AMD. He is the SVP and GM of computing and graphics for AMD. He posts one giant leap for AMD plus Xbox and a bold new chapter for the future of gaming. Now, didn't PlayStation and AMD announce something together a little while ago? I feel like I don't remember this level of enthusiasm taking place. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure we didn't see it like this. So he says AMD and Xbox have stood side by side for over 20 years, powering some of the biggest moments in gaming. As we continue to create seamless experiences that dissolve the boundaries of reality, I'm incredibly proud to share that today we're taking that to the next level. Also, by the way, let me just pause for a second. I don't think for a second that these words being talked about, like taking the next level of graphics, all that stuff, they're not hypothesizing here. Okay. They have things that are running that are taking advantage of this stuff, right? Xbox is not going to come out here with pipe dreams so close to possible release, right? This is like, no, we already seen shit working and you about to find out, right? Like that's what the energy I'm getting from here. So he says, we're entering a new multi-year strategic partnership to co-engineer silicone across a portfolio of devices. Let me stop right there for 1 second. People who might say, oh, it's a multi-year partnership, which means that the new Xbox is multiple years out. No. Hargeet, we've said it here from the beginning. OEMs are going to be taking over. You may be pumped to buy the next Xbox in 2026. That does not mean that in 2027 there won't be another new Xbox being dropped by Asus or maybe some other OEM, maybe an Alienware says, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. Or maybe the PlayStation 6 turns out to be, in fact, a de facto Xbox. But to be clear, that's so if you're thinking, oh, multi-year strategic partnership means that it's not coming out next year. No, he says it right here. It's a partnership to co-engineer silicone across a portfolio of devices. Now, let me make you very clear right now. He's from AMD, okay? Including our next generation Xbox consoles. You see that choice of words? That's not including Microsoft's next generation Xbox consoles. It's including our next generation Xbox consoles in your living room and in your hands anywhere you want. God damn. Love that shit right there. I love the way they talk. They talk, again, confidence. This is already taking place. They already know this to be true. This is not like PlayStation saying, well, we're trying to figure out what, it might become one day. No, we have this. It's happening. Get ready, bitches, because we're about to turn this shit up. That's what I hear. Let's get Space Shot in the building with that $5 switch. I appreciate you, my dude. He says, bad pony take. If Xbox puts Steam on the console, how do they make money? They've never heard of affiliate programs. Believe this, there's a plan. Of course, you think Xbox is going to say, hey, Steam, you're going to come into our marketplace over here with our customers, and they're just going to buy games from you, and we're not going to see anything of that ever. I'm sorry, but that's just not going to be the case. It's not. Now, if they go on their PC and go buy the game and then go load it up on the Xbox, no problem. But if they're in their Xbox and then they go sign on to Steam and purchase a game, absolutely going to get something from that. It's just the way it's going to work.
But it wouldn't even matter, right? The problem isn't that people look at this from a PlayStation perspective. They don't look at it from a Microsoft
syndrome. That's
right?
what they're looking at it from the
Microsoft has Black Hole games.
Baby.
Microsoft has Black Hole games. They own the PlayStation
Black
Store
Hole
right now.
Wallet. Black Hole
They
games,
own the PlayStation
Black
Store
Hole Wallet. Come on,
they don't need to. They don't need to make money off of the store. It's great. It's absolutely great. It's gravy. It's awesome. They don't need it. They literally just print money with the games they have. They don't need to do it. They're just in a different realm, right? They can just sell a Windows license and be happy.
The funniest thing
totally
I saw
fine
on Twitter was somebody going ahead and like posting the years of Sony's income, like their money, and showing like, oh, it was 70 billion and 80 billion, 90, 100, and it's 130 billion. I was like, so I quote tweeted that. I said, oh my God, that's amazing. That must mean that Sony's worth trillions now. I guess they're not. No, that 130, come on, man. Like I told you guys before, Xbox can literally lose $3 trillion of their valuation and still be worth more than twice as Sony. Do not talk dollars. Don't talk dollars around Microsoft. Keep that shit away. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Wild shit, bro. Wild shit.
It's real wild. All right. So continuing with this tweet here says, this isn't just a hardware evolution. It's a bold, shared vision. Shared. That means they're doing what AMD is thinking and what Xbox is thinking aligned. What PlayStation is thinking is, let's wait to see what Xbox does so we can copy their homework. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality over there. See, we lead, we don't follow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is just the way. So he continues. Next generation graphics and visual fidelity. Immersive gameplay and player experiences enhanced with the power of AI. And compatibility with your existing Xbox game library. Damn, I don't know. I feel like people are going to read that and not understand. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so weirdly written, when he says flat out compatibility with your existing Xbox game library.
I'm laughing at Pragmatic Eagles $5 super chat.
Let's hop into it. Let's get on board over here. He says, pragmatic with that $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Fab. Says, sorry to burst your bubble, CMoney. Gallopers can't count, bro. Oh, those are God, what an idiot. Wow, I can't believe that was so stupid of me. Pragmatic, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for saving me from further embarrassment, for giving these ponies more credit than they should deserve. Fucking A, man. It's great. Jonas the Dad, member for 14 months. My brother, thank you so much for that support, bro. We really, truly appreciate you. Says, great to have y'all back. Imagine capping for PlayStation when the best-selling games are dominated by Xbox. Xbox future so bright, CMoney needs shade. Yo, hit the like button. Facts. I do need to go darker. I feel like they're lightening up somehow. I don't know what's happening. But awesome message, man. Thank you so much. This is the truth, man. I can't comprehend it. Like these people who literally are still out there trying to like champion PlayStation. Like, what is PlayStation doing? What are they contributing to the greater good of gaming? What?
Yep.
They're not even contributing to your little sliver of gaming that you have, let alone to the greater good. Like, you were literally eating what Xbox is feeding you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is wild. Well, what is there to cap for?
Well, Astrobot.
Well,
The last of the exclusives. I'm gonna say this, bro. The Sony PlayStation fanboys be wild. Look, they are gonna turn this some way somehow. They're gonna turn it into like, oh, this is not an Xbox. I already got people on Twitter saying that it's not an Xbox. This is not an Xbox. This is AMD. Like, what the hell is going on with y'all, bro? Y'all crazy, man. This is wild. This is crazy.
I've never heard the word native so much in my life.
Yeah. Native. Do they even know what? Like, their nerve. They don't even know what that word means, bro. They're still playing all these games from the cloud, bro.
Like AMD doesn't make the motherfucking chip for a PlayStation. Why are they acting like what is wrong with these people? I don't know. We can't save everybody, guys. We try. We can't rescue every stray that we see. These people are just fucked. It is what it is. Sometimes you just got to accept it and be like, well, you know, sorry that you have to live this life now. Microsoft changed the game. Yo, trending pony. Look at it. Look right here. Trending. Yo.
Wow.
Bro, he's trending. Pony's trending.
Oh, man.
I'm posting this on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, it is trending.
Pony's trending right now, man. Oh, my God. It might be an actual pony, but it doesn't matter. Right now, for this purpose, you see what I see. And we've been talking
what happens if you click on it?
Well, it's going to tell me. I don't want to ruin it. What if it's about goddamn real ponies? I don't want to know. I just want to live in this moment that it's about. All right, fuck it. We'll find out.
That's man. First two starts out with like some like cartoony stuff, but it's about the ponies.
Is it?
No, it's a lot of PlayStation slander. See some stuff from Gaz and
yo, so it is a blend between Cartoon Pony and our
CMoney
contributing to the pony narrative. You see that? Like, there you go. All right. So it's a blend. So we now know that the reality is that they do share DNA with actual ponies that are cartoon characters because they're not real. They're made up. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, let me get out of here. That was hilarious. This is perfect timing. You know what I'm saying, to read that. Okay. So he continues with his tweet. This guy locked in. He was like, you know what? Let me take this shit further. He says all of this is grounded in an open player-first ecosystem, not locked to a single device or store. Huge thanks to Xbox V3, Cerebon, and Rowan Solna, I don't know what that is, and the entire Xbox team for continuing to dream and co-engineer with us. The best is yet to come. Those are powerful. Those are powerful words. I think this here is such a huge thing. Not locked to a single device or store. They're being pretty brazen with it now, right? Like, it's just out there. Like, hey, this is not gonna be like this raw Xbox Ally having access to these other stores. That's not locked to because it's a PC, right? Everything we do, everything we make going forward is no longer stuck in a one device one store ecosystem. It's opened up. You get to interact with this ecosystem whichever way works best for you. That is a phenomenal way of doing this. And honestly, I'm very proud of Xbox to not buckle, right? Because if this was 2013 Xbox with all these fake ass Xbox fans that were crying out here talking all this shit, they would have buckled and changed course. But you know what they say? The fuck we will. The fuck we will. God, beautiful, beautiful. Very, very happy. Let me see my boy right yard. My boy. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thanks for that $5 sweet chat. Says before price, quote, it's not an Xbox. After price, it's an overpriced Xbox handheld. No, chill. Let's fucking go. Best Xbox viewing. Team Doodle, ponies and Nintendos can get it. Facts. Appreciate you, man. You're absolutely right. Such a great thing to point out. Right now, none of this is an Xbox. And then once the price comes out for that Rogue Ally, which is clearly going to be somewhere between $700 to $900, they're going to be like, "Oh, what an overpriced Xbox! Look at them! It's like the PlayStation 5 Pro." Blah 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 blah. Have some stuff. These guys are not the only one. I mean, he wasn't the only one. Kind of go up. You got Lisa Su, who obviously you guys know is the CEO of AMD. So proud to continue our deep partnership with Xbox and the crew to bring the next generation gaming experiences to gamers everywhere. You got Stein popping in saying the next. Okay, well let's goddamn Stein. What did he just write? What does that shit say right there? The next chapter of Xbox starts now. Not in 2 years, not in 3 years. This ROG Xbox Ally is the start of what's to come, and we're going to be seeing more and more. Goddamn. We got Jason Ronald in the building, who, thanks to the community watch party, I finally got to meet live and in person. Shout out to Jason Ronald, literally the best beard in the business. It seems like I feel like he has two that are growing, like two singular serpents that then, yeah, you see? Similar to yours, you see?
Yes.
It's happening. It's happening. But his is all white. See, yours still has some darkness in it. He's just like an angel, floating amongst us.
Like the sage. Like the sage.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. But he also hops in. We know that he's in charge of next generation gaming, right? That's his thing. Says excited to continue our long-term partnership with AMD on the next generation of Xbox consoles, advancing the state of the art in silicone, rendering, AI, and immersive gameplay experiences, all while maintaining compatibility with your Xbox library. What more could you possibly want out of your preferred platform? To go out there and say, hey, we're going to push things forward, but we're taking everything you had and not leaving it behind. It's coming forward as well. Oh, nobody in the game does it like Xbox, man. Nobody in the game. But talk to a pony for a few minutes and they'll let you know. But the PlayStation 5 is sold so much. It's sold so much. It's the best because it's sold so much. What can you play on it?
A whole bunch of Xbox games. Oh, I'm sorry.
I can play. Oh man. Oh, what a world. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay. Any other words on this awesome news that we got? Showing that Xbox is not only in it to win it, but they're going ahead and they're pushing things forward. Anything else? Farrell, got any more balls on this?
No, I don't. I just, with everything, with everything I see them doing, I just don't know how you can be a pony and ignore like these type of enhancements that are coming to the console gaming experience. Like at some point, if you're a gamer, you got to go where the games are and where the best experience is going to be. PlayStation's not really doing anything for anybody right now. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Interesting times.
Yeah. I wanted to say though, like, how is Sony PlayStation going to respond to this announcement now? Look, they better come straight because what Xbox is offering right now is very enticing. I've seen a lot of people who never put their hands on a PC thinking about Xbox, bringing them closer to things like Steam and Epic, and this is of huge value, bro. So don't get it twisted. I know Sony PlayStation fanboys will tell you like, hey, yeah, but you have to wait a year to play Sony PlayStation games. GTA is not releasing in the new Xbox. That's the new narrative that I've seen Sony PlayStation fanboys do. By the time this comes out, there will be a PC port for GTA. And look, PC cannot be ignored any longer by Rockstar and by anybody, bro. Stop the cap. This is crazy. Like Faro said, gamers are looking for better experience. Next generation is not going to be so much about power. Next generation is going to be more about accessibility and innovation in the gaming space. Like, bro, literally, Xbox is doing it. They blurring the lines between console and PC. And they're the only ones who can do it. They're going to optimize Windows so that you can run your games more efficiently and so that they can be more compatible with each other when it means the devices and the games that you play. So the way I see it, they're doing all the right things. Now, can Xbox do it and deliver it like 100%? Because the way I see it, there's no way they can lose this one though. There's no way they're gonna have to fuck it up so bad, bro.
There is no such
But
beast.
there's no way. And I'm look, PlayStation is gonna have to go ahead and reach out to Steam. They're gonna have to reach out to all these stores to have them in their PlayStation. If the next PlayStation doesn't come out with the same amount of stores that the Xbox is coming out, we're gonna see, sadly, because nobody wants this, the demise of Sony PlayStation. It is what it is.
I mean, for the hardcore, I agree.
For
I think
for their hardware, because I believe that software, all the IP that they have is legendary and it'll survive. Now, if they do a good job, because they could die too, all these studios could be closed tomorrow.
fucking up all their
Like,
IP.
look at Marathon. Delay, fair games. Like, they literally lied in the investors call and said that they have Marathon ready for this year, and now they come out today saying that like, investors are not gonna be happy, bro. Like, people who got stocks, they're gonna be like pissed. Like, what the fuck? You are not gonna tell me the truth? Like, that's what Sony PlayStation stocks are $20, like on the regular and below. Well, Microsoft stores are over 400, and they closer to $500 now. That's what it is, and they keep on growing. $470. That's the last time I checked.
Yeah, I think Sony started with like $60 per share at the start of the generation, so it's been on a decline.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, look, there's a lot of excitement here. Obviously, there's a lot of cool things going on. I've been saying that Sony should do something similar with PlayStation. They have opportunities to do so. The question is, will they? And what I heard from them says they won't. What they should do is adopt the same bloody model, because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. Eventually, the people.
In what way though? In what way? Like, what? How would they adopt the model?
So
like,
you take Steam OS,
and
for
all that
instance,
stuff
right?
over there.
Exactly. SteamOS is Linux, and their core OS it's BSD, but it's basically Linux on the PlayStation. Okay, they have the potential to just say we'll do the same thing. We'll bring Proton over to PlayStation, and we can have the Steam store run Windows games. That's totally a viable thing they could do. Do they want to do it? I don't know. It's work. The other thing I've been saying is don't do the work. Who cares? People know your brand. Just do the same thing and be an Xbox. Who gives a shit? Honestly, from a consumer perspective, what is the value of trying to fight it? Instead, be a partner and just take the same bloody thing, just like Asus is. You could do the same goddamn thing.
I don't think
So
Xbox
it's up to
is
them.
gonna let them. I don't think Xbox is gonna let them call it a PlayStation. I think the deal is
They
that
can
it's
call
still.
it would have to be the Xbox PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a raw Xbox Ally. It's a
Hey,
it'll
and
be
it could be that you know what they say is
Alienware
like
Xbox.
if it's not got the Xbox moniker, you're not going to get your backwards compatibility Xbox library, and that may be totally fine for them. PlayStation may not care about that, right? But instead, you've got a PC now. It's got the capability to emulate the things that they can't do today, which is their own PS1, 2, and 3 library can now run native on the box, right? Which they can't do, but it can be done today on a PC. No problem. It can be done today. You can do it, right? So they could suddenly just take advantage of all that work that's already been done, right? And they don't have to worry about that piece anymore. You don't have to worry about this stupid thing either, flopflation. It just doesn't matter. Put out a box, put out your spec. It doesn't matter. Have the OS be this, and then you don't have to worry about that crap anymore. That's one path. The other path is continue to do your own, partner with Steam, get Proton on there. Now you have a Steam OS-like equivalent that allows you to run all those games from Windows. There's a potential path for PlayStation to compete. If they don't, however, it will start to look weird.
Right.
We understand Nintendo has its own little lane. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Even that, like you're saying, CMoney, maybe does not work out. Right. At some point, maybe everybody says, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just spend on this? Like, assume it's $500 for the lower end Xbox ROG, right? Okay. Is that a good enough device to take on the Switch 2? Probably. Right? Would you be able to play a whole bunch of games that the Switch 2 may not be able to play? Probably. Right? So now you have to put yourself in that position and say, well, which one's better as a consumer? Because you have to look at the cost for you. It's I pay $450 or I pay $500. What do I get for that? Right? We understand tech, that's fine, but most consumers don't care about that. They care about what can I do with it. And you look at those prices and you're like, gee, I get to play all this stuff. I get Game Pass. I get Ubisoft Plus. I get like all these things that I can go subscribe to. I want to just play a Ubisoft game for a month. I can just subscribe for $20, whatever it is, and get the game. Cool. I can do the same thing for $12 on Microsoft. Well, why wouldn't I just do that? I want to play Call of Duty 3 months. I pay $36, whatever. I get my Call of Duty. Okay, that's kind of cool, right? I also get all this other stuff with it. Well, that's kind of nice, right? So you look at the equivalents and you say, well, which one's better, right? Take the same game. I buy it here and I put it everywhere. It doesn't matter where I want to play. It starts to become more and more of a problem if the others don't adopt it. Now, we'll see. Maybe the consumer base doesn't care about any of that. I don't think that's the case, though. Right. A lot of people are starting to resonate with this Play Anywhere capability. By the way, what would be very interesting is if GTA comes out and it is Play Anywhere. It won't be released on Windows, but you buy it on Xbox and you have the entitlement when the PC version comes out. That would be freaking awesome if you guys are listening at Xbox.
Woo!
You know what's crazy? The people who are trying to use GTA as a thing, like, well, it won't play GTA, and it's like, okay, bitch, like we have Xboxes. Yes. like we own the device that would play GTA. This is an addition to for us.
Yeah. Right? And it does theoretically you could play it through the cloud if you really wanted to, right? You could still play it through the cloud. So, whatever. But
I got one question, Harky. Now that you mentioned that, definitely Sony PlayStation has a route and a way of doing this, but also the OS of Sony PlayStation, right? Which is like sort of like Linux mixed with whatever the hell they're doing over there. But this will also like bring a little bit of trouble for them for their optimization of their games and their ports. Meanwhile, Xbox and what they're doing right now with Windows won't require any ports. Would it because I've been hearing from Sony PlayStation, right? One of the things before this announcement was like, the next Xbox is not coming out because nobody has developing kits. And it's like they don't need this shit because it's literally a PC port what they're gonna be making. And that's another thing with the native stuff that people been talking about. Like, oh, you will be playing the PC version or console or games, and I mean, this is so weird, bro. Who cares what version is it? You're playing the same damn game. This is not like you're playing from the cloud. You're playing the game natively. Mean you know that your system is running the game like internally.
Yeah.
Is okay. So can you, I don't know, maybe like explain a little bit like what would it be like for them to like.
So this depends on where they go with the next Xbox. If they decide to do the right thing, which is just use Windows code, then yeah, you're right. Basically, it doesn't matter at that point. Within your development, you would basically say, I want to target these performance characteristics, and the system will just do it for you. So you don't need a dev kit, right? Because it's literally running just Windows code, right? So you can just lock it down and say, instead of my full, whatever I have, 4080, make it look like a 3070, right? And it can do the performance characteristics and give you that, right? And so you can just test it. I only have 12 gigs or 15 gigs or 18 gigs or whatever memory here. Just make that happen, right? And tell me what happens if I reach some sort of boundary condition or whatever, right? It does make it a little bit easier to deal with when you're looking at it that way. Ultimately, would you want to have a dev kit to just validate that everything works? Probably, but
Sure.
It doesn't require it for most of the dev cycle because all of it can be emulated right there. It's literally just running Windows. If they do it correctly, what I would expect to happen is Windows 12 and the next Xbox kind of launch together. And Windows 12 will just target like, this is how Xbox is from now on, right? This is the path. Now you can do a sort of a very locked down box that does not ever bring up productivity. So you never get the desktop UI, you never get Explorer, you never get any of that. Or you can say it's a normal Windows machine that can be locked down a bit to be more of a console experience, but can always revert back to being a productivity machine, right? And so you get to choose which mode you like. Right. And so for most people who are going to buy a computer, they're going to just get the normal productivity. And then they say, I want to turn that off and make it into a console-like experience for a bit. And then I want to bring it back. Fair enough. Right. Whereas I think the console, they'll never allow you to see the productivity part of it. You're not going to be running Office and all that in the desktop UI. That's not going to happen. Right. But the core Windows is there the same way for both. Right.
In case you want.
So that's kind of where I would see it going. And then that does make the dev cycle a lot easier for the Xbox side of it. Plus, you never, ever have to worry about game skipping. Why? Everybody's going to put their game on PC. Whether it goes to Steam, whether it goes to Epic, whether it goes to Microsoft Store, who cares?
That's the kill shot, bro.
You will get all the games. You will get all the games.
Phil, that Booty, that's Sarah. That's the kill shot that they were talking about. Because now there are bro, I'm telling you, if you're not familiar with the PC world of games, there are so many PC exclusive games. So many. Big games, small games. So many PC exclusive games that are going to be unlocked for you on Xbox. Now, you may say to yourself, well, I don't want to go to the store and go find these things. No problem. You know what you will do? It's over time. You'll hear about a game and you'll say, what game is that? And then you'll say, oh, it's on PC. And then you'll say, oh, shit, I have a PC by Xbox. And then you go to the store and you buy it and you play it and you live your best life. You're no longer going to be locked down and shackled to a store that has to get these deals. Now you can go anywhere. And honestly, I could even imagine Xbox making it so that just you can build your own Xbox, just like you could build your own PC. I can easily imagine that they'll sell, just like they sell that Windows box, they'll sell an Xbox PC box that you just
as I was saying, I don't know if you caught that. That is essentially what I think Windows 12 will do, is it'll sort of give you that mode where you can say, I want to be in the console experience mode, and it'll sort of strip out the other stuff for you, right? But you can always revert back because you'll have a full Windows 12, right? Whereas when you're in a locked Xbox type device, they may say, the UI stuff, we're not going to let you bring that back. Or maybe they do. But I think they're going to say, no, we're going to lock that away. You will only have the console experience, right? So that way you never have some weird shit going on. But for a home user, they'll just give you the option. And that's just what's cool about Windows. I don't know if you guys remember Media Center Edition. Do you remember that? So you had the ability with Windows way earlier, like maybe the Vista timeframe and XP timeframe, to convert it to a media center. And so it would do the same kind of things. It would eliminate a lot of the desktop UI and just bring up an interface that you would put on a TV. and it was intended for media consumption, right? So that was when they were trying to really bridge the gap with the TV world, right? So that's essentially what I would see this being. You say, hey, I want to go to console mode, and it'll just like reboot, and it'll be clean console looking UI instead of bringing up the desktop and all that stuff, right? And then you might have a little option toggle that says bring it back to desktop mode on your normal Windows 12, right? And then you can go back to productivity work, right? So I think that's going to kind of be there available to people who want to build their own machine. Have fun. Now, I don't think the update experience will be as clean, because unfortunately, if they don't know the hardware, they can't really do the update experience to be just a simple, easy Xbox update experience. I fully expect that this ROG Ally, though, that Xbox update experience will be very much like your console one, where it just does one little update and you don't worry about it's that driver or this BIOS or that whatever. It just does it all for you in the background, right? Much like your Xbox console.
Well, they already have it where, because we've heard that they're doing just similar to Steam, right? Where there's going to be a Steam Deck verified, there'll be a ROG Xbox Ally verified or whatever it is, right? They'll have something that'll signal like, hey, this runs there. And I don't know if you saw, but like Roblox, they came out officially saying that Roblox will be on this console. Not like it'll run, like it'll be on the console, like it is whatever approved. They just haven't given it a branding yet, which I'm sure that's just technicality right now where they're trying to figure out
it's coming, right? Yeah.
So because they don't want to do like multiple brands, like
stuff,
is it going to be Xbox Ally branded, or is it going to be more like Xbox, some other way of phrasing outside of their first party hardware? So yeah, I mean, listen, the beauty is that, again, look at like that's one of the best things about being an Xbox content creator is that you can have conversations about anything you want and nothing is too far-fetched. The fact that they bought Call of Duty ended every possible thing that you could say, whoa, you can't think that big. Bro, they spent $70 billion to fucking build their empire. All right. There's no limits anymore, and we get to have all the fun talking about this stuff. So all right, with that, let's move on to the next topic, man. And I know depending on how much we want to talk about it, I do want to cover it because I was not here, because I was in fact live in the building, and then afterwards we had all this stuff going on with our boy and his graduation, so I never talked about it. But I want to talk about it now. Again, we can get into it for however long, but I do want to talk about the Xbox Showcase because I loved it. So let me go ahead and grab this right here. We'll bring it right over. And we're going to start with the Xbox Showcase, but the community version of this, right? The community watch party. Aaron Greenberg went ahead and posted this. So let me go ahead and I'm going to play this. Okay. So we have, this is the line outside of the community watch party by Aaron Greenberg. He filmed it. Let's go.
All right, we're here at the community event. Are we ready? We're ready.
Oh, who's that? I don't know. I don't know who that is, but I think that's CMoney. That's me. And then that's Madman and Purple Berry. Look at that. Kids came. We had a great time. We were rocking out. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, Web Dave. And then you got.
All right, we're here at the community event. Are we ready?
You got the homie. Jason Rock. What a fun show that was, man. That was so cool. Yeah, loved it. But there was an actual thing that we were there to do, and that was to, in fact, watch the Xbox. Xbox was cool enough to go ahead and put this Xbox Wire post together that makes it so that we can see everything that they talked about. And again, it doesn't have to be long and in depth because we know a lot of stuff, but if you guys have any bars on any of the stuff, I have bars on some of the stuff. My excitement levels, especially being live. I think Hargeet, being at that community event was really dope because we really got to see
So I kept telling you, right?
the broader Xbox community, how they lose their fucking minds. I lost my mind on so much shit, dude. It's crazy. Also remember, I did post it from there. I live streamed the show. This shit was so cool. Go check it out if you really want to see all the reactions. But it was really, really dope. All right, so new hardware right off the rip was the ROG Ally and the the Xbox Ally and Xbox Ally X. I'm sure you guys seen it a million times. This is the thing that the ponies are crying about. We're going to talk about this on its own because I've seen some mental breakdowns apparently. Like people can't comprehend what's happening here. But this was a huge, I mean, Hargeet, I think you can agree that this was one of the moments that everybody lost their minds. Like,
yeah.
wow,
No. For those that may not know, hopefully the chat does know at this point, but I was running the show in the background, so you guys were getting to watch it. I had this like reversed image thing from a projector, so I kind of didn't pay attention as much to it. I did pay attention to when people went crazy, though. And there were 3 moments where people went really crazy. This was one of them. There was Invincibles versus, and then there was the Final Fantasy coming to Xbox. Those 3 moments were insanity in the room. A lot of other announcements obviously did pretty good as well. But man, this was definitely something that people were really happy about when they saw it. So yeah, it was pretty cool to see. But again, I had a very different experience of the showcase this time. But,
you were watching it in the background. That's true. All right,
So,
that makes sense. That makes sense. I see you, Spartan. What's up, player? We did get home safely, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right, so this was a huge one. Obviously, we talked about this a lot. We're going to talk about it in the other contexts in a little bit, but then we got to upcoming first titles from our first-party studios. Okay, so welcome to 2035. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 brings the most mind-bending action to date. Now, this actually got a lot of pop as well because people were so confused. They didn't know what it was. I saw like a butterfly on the Xbox, world premiere, or whatever it said, and I screamed like a bitch. What's the name of that game? Everwild. Because I saw the butterflies. I was like, oh my God, they're going to show us Everwild. And then that was completely false and wrong. But man, it's crazy that no one thought Call of Duty at all.
No,
that trailer.
I was leaning Project Mara or some type of Quantum Break sequel. Those are the 2 I was leaning towards.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw some Quantum Break in there. Like I was like, wow, what is happening? But they crushed it, bro. And supposedly, like I don't have this 100%, but I was gone for that time, so I just kind of I saw little things here and there. But somewhere, I'm pretty sure I saw that Call of Duty, they're going like blackout. Like they're not going to talk about anything. And that it's just going to basically just release whenever it releases or pretty close to that because they're trying to keep it under wraps or whatever it is. I think the story is going to be a huge deal. For this.
They might stay away from the story, but they still normally do like a beta in like what, August?
I mean, normally.
Well, the multiplayer stuff, right? That's not going to be the campaign, which
same thing for
is mind-boggling. Like when this started, I'm like, what is this, right? Like there's the Inception shit going on where like there's a
dude, that shit was like everybody was like,
what is going on? Right? I'm like, what is this game? And then it's Call of Duty. I'm like, holy crap. I'm actually very excited that this is the Call of Duty because usually the campaign of Call of Duty is very like obvious, just warfare. This does not seem like that at all, right? It seems crazy.
Not at all.
So I'm looking forward to this. It looks like a sci-fi, crazy, whatever story. Like I hope that's what it is, right? I hope it isn't just a stupid cinematic that hypes you up for nothing. I hope they really do go crazy with it.
Doing.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. because I only play campaign, right? I do not like the multiplayer that much. I played with you guys a little bit. I'm like, it's just
Stop
not my thing.
lying. You love that shit, Hargy.
Nope, I never play the multiplayer for COD. It's just not my thing. But I do the campaign, and I'm looking forward to this because I'm like, this is not a normal like just war campaign. This is weird, right? I'm just looking forward to what the heck it is. So, but I know Demo, you're the COD guy, right? You love COD. So.
All right, so I didn't see that coming either. I thought the same. Quantum Break. I thought, 100 other things, but never Call of Duty. So my issue with this, bro, is that some people, even the Xbox dudes, are downplaying this announcement. When in fact we got Gene Ryan, Lion Ryan flying all over Europe to stop the deal. So now this game don't matter, right? Now, why is Xbox closing the Xbox show with Call of Duty? This is so lame. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Call of Duty is a banger year after year. Most played game on PlayStation, Xbox, all over the fucking place. It is what it is, man. This is a big boy now, bro. So it's okay to close the shows with it. Now, would I rather if they just had open, the show with Call of Duty and maybe close with something else? Yeah, of course. I would rather see Call of Duty at the beginning, but they knew what they were doing because nobody see this coming, right? Like nobody could tell for the trailer, like this is Call of Duty. Not nobody could say that. So I liked it. I liked the announcement, and I do think that this Call of Duty is gonna be cool. Black Ops 6, I just finished the campaign during the weekend while everybody was crying about whatever else they were crying on Twitter. What the fuck they were crying about this weekend on Twitter? They were crying about something on Twitter.
Final Fantasy sales.
Yeah, Final Fantasy sales. Yeah, well, everybody was talking about Final Fantasy sales. I was playing Doom, the Dark Ages, which I finished as well. I only had one mission, but I left it for the weekend so I could have, sit down and be comfortable playing and knowing that I had the time just to really enjoy it and take it in. And then I was like, you know what? I'm done with Doom. I got a couple of missions left in Black Ops 6. Let me finish. And bro, I didn't see a lot of the missions coming. Shit goes to hell. You start seeing zombies in Black Ops 6. I didn't expect that. That caught me by surprise. So I really enjoyed the campaign. I actually posted it on Twitter that I was done with it and that it actually surprised me. So the fact that they're coming over here with Advanced Warfare vibes, Black Ops 3 vibes, I can't help but to get excited, man. And I think there was a confirmation on no jetpacks in the game, only wall running, something like that. But I could care less, man. Just give me Call of Duty every year, Game Pass, day one. Pony's gonna have to deal with it probably forever, bro. It is what it is. Amazing announcement, and I'm super excited. Well, it was one of the good ones, bro. And it started downplaying, bro. It gets me pissed off, bro. It gets me pissed off. This is literally one of the biggest things we get every year with Game Pass.
Yeah.
Call of Duty every year. It's huge, bro. All these ponies are crying.
It's so huge that PlayStation's trying to get a bundle together with with Xbox for it. So yeah, it's not a small announcement at all. So
yep, I don't know what they're talking about. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was a pretty good show. I gave the show a 9 out of 10. The announcement of the hardware, Clockwork Revolution looked amazing.
Oof.
Ninja Gaiden looked better than when we last saw it at the Developer Direct. I'm just trying to think. There was a couple other games that popped off that I can't go down.
Grounded 2, surprising, coming out of nowhere, dude.
Grounded 2
that was
good.
A huge announcement. And
the Outer Worlds Direct looked really promising. And I gotta look at the list because of course, Final Fantasy, like stealing that away from PlayStation. Finally, that was a really big deal. So I love the show.
Yeah.
And everything they announced being play anywhere, like just kind of showing that the ecosystem is evolving, not just the games, but that your library is going to go with you along, being paired with the hardware announcement. I thought it was a great show. Like, and the fact they were able to put that type of show together without their heavy hitters, without a single heavy hitter, and just close out with Call of Duty. Yeah, to me that was like a 9 out of 10.
Yep.
Because I don't know anybody else is putting together a show like that you feel that well about the show, and they don't have one of their biggest IPs there.
Yeah. Well, they had Gears, but people are also underestimating the new Gears Reloaded, right?
Yeah.
They are also doing that, which is huge. Not on the yeah, we already like, bro, Xbox dudes, man, we already played this game, bro. Chill. This is only an entry. This is like, right, like a way for them to make it like, okay, here's Gears, get familiar with it, wait for the big banger, right? To new players, and that's fair because that's an old game. But I mean, it wasn't a bad announcement either.
Yeah.
That I would have loved now if they would have announced the beta going live that one day. Like, be like, okay, you know what? Play the beta now. Like, Shadow dropped the beta. They should have done it instead of the other weekend. But I get it. They wanted to give people the time to understand that it's coming, pre-orders, and people like you don't just understanding that the game is on the way. But I do believe, bro, like 9 out of 10 for me too. I give it a 9 out of 10 as well. I know there was a few announcements out there that I didn't care for, like Planet Lana 2, stuff like that.
Oh, that
That it
was
was like, okay, who gives a shit about this? But for the most
Listen,
part,
that shit made me go back to play the first one that I stopped playing because I got stuck somewhere on my flight out to Cali. And
shit,
I
okay.
passed that part and I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm feeling it. It has like some inside, but like in the brightness vibes, right? Like it's actually pretty good. So I'm actually looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I finished
All
Planet
right.
of Lana. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah, I'm looking to. I think I'm gonna continue.
Mudang was the one I couldn't think of the name. That was the one that really stuck out.
Oh, Mudang.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool looking too.
So we
The
have
Korean game?
here.
Holy
So
shit, that was hot.
let's go through, right? So we had Black Ops 7. We just talked about it. Fucking phenomenal. Clockwork Revolution was my game of the show. I think Clockwork Revolution like just lit this fucking place up. It looks so good that it almost made Outer Worlds 2 not look so good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Outer Worlds 2 looked dope. It looked really good. Like I'm very excited for it, but I feel like
they have a hit.
I feel like
they have a hit.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's next level shit.
Yeah,
like
people weren't expecting that from me. So
no.
I think that was the biggest highlight, right, out of the whole show, because it's like, okay, we knew it existed, we seen how it looked and how it looked great, but we didn't see, that much the first time they showed it around. Now this time around, it was almost as a direct. I dare to say this game can come out anytime they want, bro. I dare to say this game looked ready as hell. Like guns.
They didn't
with
even put a
attachments.
year on it.
Yeah, they said in due time.
So I would
Because they playing
imagine
around,
that
they
the
trolling.
earliest. I think the earliest is end of
2026
next year.
early, yeah.
But most likely, probably early 2027 might be the way they roll. And you got to imagine, like, think about how good this game looks. Like, it looks phenomenal. You're talking a potential next gen, release. You know what I'm saying, on whatever Xbox.
Yeah,
If they bring out something next year, this could be dropping there as well. So,
like
it's a lot, right? It's a lot. You think March?
I think March is possible.
Yeah, I think
possible.
around. It'll be like our Avowed next year. It'll be
February.
around that. Yeah, I think they got it set up so that that we get games in that cadence. And to put it into perspective, Xbox has around 12 first party games releasing this year, dude. So where is this game gonna fit? Like, if you think about it, I think they're gonna drop another one in December. I know Hargeet doesn't really like the December games, but yeah, I think so. I think December might be looking good, and we might get something in December. So this might be it. This might be a December game. Could be.
Nah,
Looks
I think
ready.
we'll do it next year.
I think this is a next year game just because they said that in due time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you would want to build up some hype if you knew it was dropping this year.
Yeah,
And I feel
I
like
think
this
it's
game
next
is
year.
dope enough that you, like, Phil would be like, yeah, well, you can expect it sometime this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a game that's going to do nothing. I think that this is a game that a lot of people are going to be excited for.
Yeah, it's going to be a game of the year contender. Maybe not the Keeley show, but around, you know,
everywhere else.
People who play.
Everywhere.
People who play.
Everywhere else. And then we got Gears of War Reloaded, which we finally saw the trailer, which, like I told you guys, I knew that it was going to happen. They did it early to get out the PlayStation crying bullshit. They wanted to make sure all that shit was done. And then, boom, they dropped the trailer. Looks phenomenal. It looks, when you look at it by itself, it looks how you remember Gears looking. But then when you go look at a side-by-side of this in Gears, the original, you start to say to yourself, okay, that's not how that shit looked. Like in any way, shape, or form. It's a massive leap forward. I cannot wait to play the single player.
You didn't try the beta? Beta? You didn't try?
I wasn't here. I wasn't here.
Oh, man.
It runs through this
I
weekend.
was
And
far away.
next weekend, there's another beta. Let's jump in and kill some ponies.
Well, listen.
Who turn off
I watched
crossplay,
some
right? Because they
footage.
don't like it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
well.
did turn off. I saw that.
There's always going to be that oblivious pony that don't know what the hell is going on and is going to play with everybody.
Well, I can tell you right now, I will more than likely play it for a little bit just to play it and be like, all right, I played the multiplayer. But I already see these motherfuckers doing that bounce wall crazy shit. And that's when I check out. I always start at the beginning of a new Gears drop, right? New Gears come out, you get in there. Why? Because there's always a bunch of new people. So you go in there and I fuck them up, right? But then the new people stop playing multiplayer, and then you're just left with the hardcore wall bouncers, which I feel like that's what you're probably doing right now, because it's like, I feel like I hear all that clicking.
I'm
like,
wall
that's way too
bouncing,
much
bro.
clicking. So the fact that that is already there seems unlikely that I'm gonna find, you know, some matches that I'm gonna be able to handle shit in.
Yeah.
But I
undergoing
respect the
pony
hustle of
killer
that
training.
game. I'm just a Halo dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like Halo, I'll play a lot longer.
Yeah.
That being
Gears,
said, there was
Gears
a
is
point where I have
intense,
to stop
man.
that too.
It's intense. It's intense.
It's really intense. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does look like, I get like some of these ponies, they never seen this shit. Like I knew it wasn't something that I was gonna fuck with like
Yeah.
that. I'm playing co-op, I'm playing single player, whatever. But
Did you
but
see?
they're like they're
Drinkas-
seeing it spazzed out and shit. They're like, oh my god, like the motherfuckers just like what the fuck is
I'm
wrong? You just
cracked
bounce
out.
back and forth. It's crazy.
I
Let me
don't know
get
if
my
you.
space shot because I didn't even fucking see it.
Yeah,
Hold on
go-
one second.
go for
With that $2 super chat. Appreciate you, dude. Says Sony's loading up them teleprompters now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Facts.
That interview looked really good, really bad, bro. Really bad.
Yeah,
Did
we're
you
gonna
get the
watch
one before that from Ryu Art?
Yeah. Yep. Overpriced, no chill. Yeah, the one that says that right now is not an Xbox, but then once they show the price and it's like $800, $900, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that is an overpriced Xbox, right? So we did get that. So go ahead. What were you saying, Demo?
No, I was saying like, you know, that if you seen the Drinkas guy, he did a review of a beta of Gears of War beta, which I never hear before. Nobody done a review with betas, but yeah, he was the only person in the world who completed a review of Gears of War Reloaded beta. It's crazy. I stopped watching when he said Gears of War is the Reloaded. I mean, Gears of War, the original Gears of War, is the fastest game in the series. I stopped watching. I was like, okay, I'm done, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't
get out of
listen to
here.
them. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But Gears was obviously really dope to see at the show. You know, it's going to be a big thing. I cannot wait to play it myself. This was the surprise for me. Was not expecting a Grounded 2 at all. I wasn't expecting Oblivion to release 3 motherfucking games this year.
Yep.
I cannot comprehend the talent that resides at that studio, bro. Like, it's crazy how good they are and how diverse they are. And you know what? You know, there's another game still cooking because Josh Sawyer, what's this? Josh Sawyer?
Tom Sawyer.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck he's working on, he still has that cooking. And Avowed is done. So if they have DLC, that might be coming, or maybe they're just working on their next shit. Nobody knows. And then you got Outer Worlds, bro. Like this is ridiculous what this team is capable of producing. And they also put out a bunch of games previously, right? So like this is not the first set of games that they released. Like they released Grounded 1 and they released Pentiment, right? So they already put out 2. There's 5 this generation. 1 studio. Come on, man, that's crazy. So this is dope. I did see Jess Corden did a report on this, and there is a I guess one of the big features that they have in this game, if you guys saw the trailer, was you can ride the ants or probably some other creatures too, but you can ride animals now.
Yeah, you can
and
also ride some spiders.
Yeah, the spiders too, right? So that is actually a feature. That's why they didn't keep Grounded going. They stopped Grounded because they're still released on the original Xbox. This is not an original Xbox game. You have to upgrade. You have to be. So if you're an Xbox One owner who loved Grounded, if you want to get Grounded 2, you have to upgrade to an Xbox or a PlayStation or on PC. You cannot play on your Xbox One. Well, I guess you can stream.
Hold on.
Streaming.
Can you scroll down? Is this already listed for PlayStation?
No, I don't think this one has a list. For
No, it's probably because it's not because it's in game preview.
No, I'll check. But I'm pretty sure
PlayStation doesn't do preview.
Yeah, that might be a case, but as far as I see, it has not been announced for the other. It will eventually get there, I'm sure.
Steam, it's early access. No, it's gonna go just like the original's there. They're
Yeah,
not
the
gonna.
original did really well there. So.
Yeah, they're not gonna let those people not have a way to go. Remember, like, let's just make it clear so there's no confusion.
Yep.
Xbox has no interest in convincing PlayStation players to buy an Xbox. If those people want to, great, but they don't care. They want the games to go where the players are. That's literally their entire mantra. So it will go. Right now, it's not going to be. So if you want early access, you have to be on Xbox, PC, cloud, or Steam early access. But yeah, so this is not last gen anymore. It's current gen only. And yeah, you can ride the creatures and stuff. So in the world is so much bigger. The entire world of the first game is the size of the first mission in Grounded 2. So to put it in perspective, it's a big difference what they've been able to do focusing only on current gen, which includes Series S, by the way. Like, let's be clear, they didn't start crying about the Series S. So that is that's coming, which was cool. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any excitement for this, but Grounded 1 was like a sleeper for me. I didn't know I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. I ultimately stopped playing it because I got to a point where I couldn't progress the story. Like, something was, I couldn't find something or it got too difficult. And I was like, you know what? I enjoyed it enough. Just keeping it moving, and that's it. I ended up playing with like Doodle and the kids, and we did some building of our house and stuff co-op, and that was cool. But outside of that, I kind of stopped. I'm hoping that this is less like, I don't want to run into walls. I don't like doing that. I like to just be able to progress. So it was stunning. First of all, Grounded 1 being a cross-gen game, you load that up on Xbox, you load it up on PC. It's, on the series consoles, it's stunning. So the fact that Grounded 2 is, I believe, and I know it's current gen only, but I think it's Unreal Engine 5. I think that's going to be a beauty, a stunner. So there was that, which comes out in July, by the way. So like, we're already in June. Next month, we already have another first party game lined up that we didn't know existed. It's already happened. Didn't know it existed, but we're getting it next month, not next year, next month. Crazy. Then there was Keeper. Now, I was not expecting this at all. I thought Double Fine would come out, but I did not expect them to make this. But I could tell you, that shit looks cool.
Keeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off the sound, but I'll have it playing. I should have done that for the other games too. But this is like first of all, love the art style, so unique, stunning immediately. And then again, Double Fine with their quirky, weird kind of way of doing things. You become this like tower, but look at the animation of the tower itself. Like, it's very well done. Looks beautiful. Look at this moment. Like, look at how cool that is. Like, they nailed it. I think I'm very excited to try this out. Again, this is allowed. Look at that, that's stunning. This is allowing teams like Double Fine to go ahead and flex their creativity. Another stunning, beautiful moment, right? Holy shit, that's beautiful. You see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, it's a beautiful game.
Yeah, it's stunning. It's I see Sardinia's is a lighthouse. Yes, it's a lighthouse. So dope, right? So dope. Super creative, and it's a Game Pass game, right? Like, I wouldn't look at this and be like, I'm gonna go buy this, right? Not that it doesn't deserve that, but me personally, I wouldn't go and buy this, right?
Wow.
But I'm almost certain that I'm gonna get my hands on it and end up falling in love with it and be like, oh my god, I can't believe I wouldn't have played this if it wasn't for Game Pass. And then October 17th. So we're ready.
Also not listed for PlayStation, by the way, just showing that.
This one is not listed for PlayStation. Correct.
Wow.
And then obviously we got a new trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4, which it did fake me out a little bit in the beginning.
Yeah, fake me out too. I thought it was a new game.
I was like, Koei Tecmo. Oh, I thought it was going to be something new. And then Team Ninja came out. And then what really got me was when Platinum Games came out. And for whatever reason, did they announce that Platinum Games was working on this when they first revealed this?
Yes.
Really? I don't know why I completely forgot that they had anything to do with this. So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, what is this? And then I was like, oh shit, it's Ninja Gaiden 4, and it looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like it's gonna be crazy. Now, some people did get hands-on with this game, and they said they loved it. A lot of people said it was their favorite thing they played. Over there. I think IGN specifically got hands-on with it and really, really loved it. So, I mean, like that's the thing about these shows. Like, there's only so much time in a day, and there's only so many games that you can go see, and like sometimes the scheduling just doesn't work. But this was dope, bro. It's gonna be a banger. There's no other way around it. It just looks too fucking cool. So you did have Ninja Gaiden 4 show up, and I think that was really dope. Then again, Outer Worlds 2. As far as, like I said, I think Clockwork like stole the show a little bit for me, but that does not mean that Outer Worlds 2 is not fucking stunning. I think it's beautiful. If you played Outer Worlds 1, then the hype level should be super high, because this is for sure a banger. This is going to be a phenomenal game. They're going deeper than they've ever done before. It's going to be the biggest game they've ever released, and I'm all for it. When you guys saw this, or did you kind of feel similar? Like, are you hyped for this one, or like this is the big fall game?
Hell yeah, bro! Everybody's hyped for this.
I'm looking forward to it.
Did we get a release date?
Yeah, I think so.
It's October.
Yeah, it's all
October 29th. October 29th.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like October is like the month of Xbox, because Keeper releases in October as well, and there's like another Xbox game that releases in October.
Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden. Okay.
Ninja Gaiden's October as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
I
October 21st.
Yeah.
A week before.
Yep.
Holy shit,
Yep.
bro.
You
asked. There's 12 games. You don't know where they're gonna go. Weeks apart, apparently. And they're not even going out months, dude. Dude, this shit looks so good, man. It looks so good. Oh man. Cannot wait, dude. Cannot wait. This is gonna be phenomenal. So obviously we saw that. That was fire. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 there's a demo out. Like, I'm not a huge Tony Hawk dude, so I'm like, for me, it's just cool that it's there. Like, I'll play it, try it out. But that's dope that that's coming. That's also coming in July. So you have this and Grounded, 2 games in July, which is wild. And then you got a bunch of other stuff. So you got Nemo, which was really cool. Now, the thing they said about this show that was really the big difference. So, like, we've had shows where they were like, everything that they're going to show for the most part, like after this point, is all in Game Pass. Their big catch here was Xbox Play Anywhere. So it's the buy it once, get access everywhere. This is a stunning game, dude, by the way. Like, I don't know, like, it's a very, very pretty looking game. Is this another like Pokemon wannabe?
Yeah,
Like,
it reminded me of Pokemon when I saw it.
Right?
It
Like,
reminded me of Power
Pokemon.
World as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
like Power World, but like more like closer to actual Pokemon than Power World was, right? But I mean, it's beautiful for sure. But again, like, this is just a game that they revealed. Nobody had any idea what it was. Phenomenal. And it's on Series X, Xbox Play Anywhere, it's on cloud, PC.
And
Yeah, like when this is so funny to me. See how
let's see.
for certain games they're like, go fuck yourself. If you want to know where it is, go do it. But for like their games, you see, for their games, they'll tell you because they're being, upfront. But for other people's games, they're like, no, bitch. Like, if you're wondering if that game's coming, go figure it out. It is coming on Xbox though. Oh, there's a beta. All right, so this is 2026. That was pretty dope. This one was dope too. I don't know if you guys it's the Life is Strange, Strange team. Oh, who are they?
Yeah, it's like a space survival type game.
Yeah, but like it was really focused
Don't
on
Nod.
Oh, Don't Nod, that's right. Very focused on the story. Really, really dope. And it's day one on Game Pass, which is huge. There was actually a lot of Game Pass games in here as well. But this looked really cool, man. Really unique. They did show gameplay, so like the story's intense, and you are gonna get like an action adventure type game. So it's it looks like it's gonna be a real crazy story. I'm down. They sold me on that one. At Fate's Ends. Now, Spiritfarer, a lot of people swear by that game, and say it's like an amazing game or whatever. I haven't messed with it. I know it's like a 2D type game, right? And you're like on a boat and you like build it up or something like that. Not 100% sure, but at Fate's End, this looked pretty cool to me. Again, day one with Game Pass, so that automatically kind of piques your interest, even if it's not necessarily a style. Like the story looked really cool between them. And again, this is like a 2D side scroller. Seems like it'll be a fun time, man. Again, just another day, another game in Game Pass. Do we have a release date for any of this stuff here? What about the other one? Oh, 2026 is a feeling on. All right, we don't know about this one. Oh man, Beast of Reincarnation, bro. Did that shit get you guys hyped?
Yeah, definitely. It another game that was like the show was great. This is another game that probably has some game of the year type potential.
Dude, this shit looks so. This is Game Freak, bro. When I saw that, I was like, "Are you shitting me?" The people who make the shitty looking Pokemon games on the Switch. Look at what happens when you release their shackles. You know what I'm saying? We could actually
And
just
get them off that hardware and get them onto some.
Oh my god!
The only thing about this game that I don't like is that I believe that this is gonna be a Souls, and I hope that it's not. That's it.
You think so? It
They
looks
had
more
it.
like an action.
Way too
looks
many
like more
Souls
like
last week, bro. During all the announcements, way too many, bro. No disrespect to the Souls community, but damn, way too many.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, I got the vibe of like, more of a action game than a Souls-like, but I don't know. It just look. I mean, this is the beauty. Yeah, it's an action RPG. So, graphically, it looks amazing. I mean, it really does look stunning. And it's day one with Game Pass, bro. Like, this is gonna be like this lines up with your Claire Expedition 33,
Mm-hmm.
Adam
Wu
Fall,
Chang's.
Wu Chang, Eternal Strands. Like, these are high caliber Game Pass editions, day one games, bro.
Content.
Who else is doing this? Like, if this was a state, first of all, if this was like a state of play or some shit like that, like, there's no reason to get hyped for any of this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, on Xbox, you get hyped for it all because a lot of times you're getting that shit as part of your subscription, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah, Beast of Reincarnation would have been the best game at the last 3 PlayStation State of Plays.
100%. Easy.
Probably. Yeah.
Then you got Blood of Dawnwalker that also looked really cool. I don't know if you guys saw this, but
Oh, yeah.
we've seen this before, right? So
Yeah.
this was kind of a
Saturday,
update.
though.
but it was their
They
first
have an event.
trailer.
They have an event Saturday, and these are the former developers of The Witcher 3. So I think this is gonna be a great game and
Yeah.
one game to keep your eyes on, because I mean those people at CD Projekt Red, they don't play. They're really good. They're really good.
Yeah, they are absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is Xbox Play Anywhere, so you buy it on Xbox, you get it on PC. Like,
Is this
that's
Game Pass by chance?
no, this
Apparently
one's not
not.
Game Pass. This one's not Game Pass.
I mean, because they did say that every game announced in there was gonna be Game Pass Day One and Xbox Play Everywhere.
No, it's gonna
No,
be Play
no.
Anywhere.
Xbox Play Anywhere.
All
That's
right, cool.
every game.
Yeah,
So
they're
that
kinda-
means
We don't. I mean, this
every
is the 2026 game, so they could still work out a deal, but right now
Yeah.
it's not.
I mean,
they're trying
but
to get away from the Game Pass focus. It's minimized. It's more Play Anywhere is the main thing they're trying to highlight.
well,
Yeah.
I think the Play Anywhere is a huge get for them.
Yeah.
Because you're talking about, these are third-party studios. This is not first-party studio. These
Mm-hmm.
are third-party studios that Xbox is working with. If this game comes to PlayStation and you buy it on PlayStation, that's the only copy of that game you're getting.
Yeah.
But if you buy it on Xbox, you get it on your console, you get it on PC, you get it on the cloud. Come on, man. How do you like?
Yeah.
And again, that's Xbox Cloud, which means you don't need to have you don't have to, it's not in the subscription. It's just because you own it, you can use it. That's fucking fire.
Yeah.
So that's coming. That's 2026. That looks dope. Chronos. I mean, I'm still I still like Bluebird games for the most part. I haven't tried Silent Hill 2.
Oh yeah, this game looked really good.
But this game looked dope. It's another obviously Xbox Play Anywhere game. And like they did another trailer. This one, I mean, they showed gameplay. Even more gameplay. It's gonna be a spooky ass game. It looks cool. Like I'm down.
Looks like they
don't need
finally
to-
took the leap from being like a
Yeah.
mid studio, like to where.
Well, this is their own shit, right? So
Yeah.
they've done enough of the other jobs to be able to afford to do their own shit, and that's what they're doing. So, I mean, there's so many games coming out that I could definitely see this coming to Game Pass at some point. So I'll probably wait for that time, but it does look sick for sure. This is where people went fucking crazy, which like I went crazy too, but I don't think for the same reason. Like they all went crazy because I think they wanted to play this shit. I went crazy because I get to laugh at another dead, another dead exclusive for PlayStation, right? All their hopes and dreams are slowly crumbling right in front of their eyes. So obviously, Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming to Xbox, and then it's Xbox Play Anywhere, and then turns out Final Fantasy 16 came out on that day. Now we're actually going to talk about Final Fantasy 16 in a little while, because the the sales or whatever, but it turned out that was bullshit.
Yeah.
So that was all fake news. So we're gonna definitely talk about that. But yeah, so it came out, another Xbox Play Anywhere game, and yeah, it's out there in the wild. So another, those are 2 exclusives that are gone from PlayStation. So I just enjoy it because it means so much to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurts their souls. Okay, now this one had me fucking hyped. Yo, High on Life 2 looks fucking amazing.
Insane.
I don't know if that was all CGI or if that was gameplay. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
That was it.
But it
It did look good, though.
looked amazing. And I mean, it definitely has the feel of CGI. But obviously the movement won't necessarily look that way or feel that way. But I don't know how, like, we're in next gen world now, right? So I don't know if this is what this shit's gonna look like. But it looks really good. And it looks funny as fuck, like normal, right? They have crazy weapons like last time. Everything looks way more interesting and higher quality. So definitely intrigued by this. And guess what? This is Game Pass day one, man. Game Pass day one. That's fine.
Yeah, it looks.
First
it looks
one was
phenomenal.
obviously Game Pass, and that shit was dope. Really, really enjoyed myself with that one. And here we are, part 2. Good on them, fucking dropping. Like, finally, we're seeing some of these like smaller developers who are able to kind of release multiple games in a console generation. So that's High Life 2, man. That shit looks so sick. And then this is where another moment. Oh my god, people went fucking crazy. I went crazy and then lost interest at the end because it's a fighting game.
Yeah.
Not that I have anything against fighting games. I'm just not like a crazy fighting game person.
Starts with world fucking premiere.
Yeah, like that shit was crazy. And this moment right here, I was like, nah, chill.
Yeah,
Like,
I instantly knew it was Invincible.
Did you?
Yeah. When I saw the blood splatter, I was like, yeah, that's Invincible.
Yo, it's fucking crazy. Really, like they nailed like this whole cinematic. It's insane. It just frustrates me. I wish this was a real game. That's fucked up to say. I'm not saying that fighting games are not real games. I'm just saying
Narrative driven.
yeah, I wish I was going to be playing the story. I mean, it could be. Listen, what's the name of that game? From Mortal Kombat people, but it's not
Mortal Kombat 1.
No, the DC.
Mortal Kombat versus DC Injustice.
No. It's
Injustice.
Injustice
2 was phenomenal. Like, the story was dope. Like, it fucking made me just boom, keep playing it. So it could be like that and really kind of hit for me. I don't know. I'm as it is right now. I wish it was a different game, but it looks so sick. So I can't even hate on it. It looks dope. So this is obviously Xbox Play Anywhere game, like they said, but it's on cloud, all that fun stuff. So that's gonna be dope. Again, the gameplay was wild. Graphics are crazy, but that was that one. This is that other shit.
Yeah.
Moo Dang. Moo motherfucking Dang. This is the one where I saw this and I was like, yo, that is fire. That is fire. It was very unexpected. But again, 2026 game, you don't know what they're cooking. Like, these could be games that are dropping on next gen if they are in fact releasing it, next year. Because some of these things, they look stunning. Like, I mean, even you just look at the hair, the movement, everything looks so good.
Crazy.
Lighting is crazy. You start looking at the game. It's just such a beautiful game. It looks so good. Like, the action is intense. This is going to be a dope experience.
Yeah, something I
with
wanna
the
play.
Xbox Play Anywhere.
Sure.
Yeah, it definitely looks dope. I mean, again, these are just games that are like, think about like the last state of play that you've ever watched that has you like, oh man, that was really good. That was really good. Come on, man. Like new shit, almost never now. So Mudang is releasing in 2026. Persona 4, you know, people like this. You know, it's the revival, I guess is the update.
It's a remaster, essentially.
Yeah, the remaster. It's in Game Pass. So
Yeah, they're calling it a remake.
are you guys into Persona?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, definitely play that. Yeah.
I play Metaphor Refantasio on Game Pass. I gave it a fair shot, about 10, 15 hours, something like that. It wasn't for me. Let's just say that. But I did get instead because I do need to have on current rotation turn-based games, you know, for chill downtimes when I'm away from sweating in the multiplayer to cool down. And I did get me, I finally picked it up, Yakuza Like a Dragon. And I will tell you
that's
this:
a fun
I
game.
rather play Yakuza Like a Dragon than Metaphor, and it's not because of the one game is better than the other one. It's just like Yakuza is more like witty. It's more like my type of game. It's fun. You have a more fun story, more fun characters. It's just like makes you laugh. It's more entertaining, right? Metaphor is deeper, right, and more
Yeah.
like I think that they emphasize a lot the feelings and all these things, and they're like, okay, you know what, like,
Emotions.
yeah. I'm like, I want to whoop some ass, bro. That's what I want to do.
Did you play the
But-
other Yakuzas?
Yeah, of course, I play all of them. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Oh, I haven't finished all of them because it's kind of impossible, but I have played
Dude,
quite a
like-
bit, especially
Like
Zero.
I've finished all of them.
Like
Especially
Like a
Zero.
Dragon's like a billion years
Mm.
long. Like it's so long. I put a lot of hours into that game and I had a really good time, but it's like at a certain point, I was just like, okay, well,
Yeah. I need
I got my fill. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good.
Yeah, but you know
Um,
what? The good thing is that you can always jump back where you left off and keep going because I mean those are the type of games that you might get a little bit of fatigue of playing it for so long, but after a while that you stop playing and you go back to it, it's fun again, bro. I liked more Like a Dragon. I think that I'll go with this. When it comes to turn based, I'll put Expedition 33 right there up there, and then I'll have the South Park games, and then Yakuza Like a Dragon, and those are my favorite turn-based games, straight up. Yep.
Did you ever play the Mario plus Rabbids?
Yeah, I did play. No, actually, the original Super Mario RPG from Super Nintendo, and I thought it was amazing. That's one of the best, turn-based RPGs I played. That one. That's a Super Nintendo game, bro. How come they never been able to replicate that, bro? That's crazy.
Well,
That's
they brought it
crazy.
forward for the Switch, I think, right? They have a
Yeah,
remake of
there's
it or something like that.
They
doesn't
have a
make-
remake,
doesn't
no,
make
or
money.
a remaster or something.
Yeah, something like
You gotta
that. But
remember,
yeah,
like
it's on
Mario
the Switch.
games don't make money unless it's like his mainline games. Like the other ones
Yeah.
are all just like extra.
But that was great. That was great. Mario RPG was it back in the day, and it still is, in my opinion, one of the best games, RPG games I play. And Lost Odyssey, of course, which is amazing. And they should make a remake, obviously.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah,
So Persona 4 is a Game Pass game. So if you're into
I'll
that,
try it. I'll try it.
Planet of Lana 2, like I said, it made me go back, and this is also a Game Pass day one game, which
Yeah.
is fucking phenomenal. But it looks better right off the rip.
Yeah.
And they're just going to kind of explore the story further. So it's honestly pretty interesting. Like it's a pretty cool like puzzle. Like every segment, every area is like a puzzle. They do a nice job storytelling. I believe there's no words or anything like that. Like
Yeah,
when
first one
you're
didn't
out
have
and
any
stuff, but
word.
yeah,
It was pretty
so it's
cool.
yeah, they do a pretty good job with the storytelling of it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. But day one, Game Pass, so
There you go.
can't be mad at that. Resonance, motherfucking Plague's Tale, the next
That
one.
looked good. Yeah,
It is.
that looked good.
They got. Is that her? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I
if
think it's
that
the
was
same
still
character.
her.
Is
Yeah,
it the
it's still-
same game?
Yes.
Like a
yeah.
same story?
Yeah, it's like a sequel. Yeah, it's like
Oh.
a
Yes, it
direct
was
sequel.
the threequel.
Prequel.
Threequel.
This was hands down one of the most confusing games on the
15 years
showcase.
before.
Oh
yeah, it's
yeah,
definitely not
15
her.
years
Oh,
before.
15
No,
years.
she was
Okay.
a teenager, so no, it's a new chick. Okay, 15 years before the events of the last game, A Plague Tale Requiem. Oh wait, but that's how much after part one was Requiem? Not that far, right? Because the kid was still young. Okay. Either way, okay, so this is like a prequel to it that looks, man, it looked dope. It looked dope as fuck. Definitely feeling it. I don't know if you played the other. They're definitely going more action. You could tell,
Yeah, I hope
like
so.
actual fighting.
When they first show it, and then when they show this part, we thought it was Rise Son of Rome. A lot of people
Yes, I
thought.
thought it. Yes,
We thought at the
community
beginning
watch
when
party.
they're swinging that it was Assassin's Creed. It was like Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
and then it was like impossible. It can't be. They
So,
just released one, and
we
then
thought it was
yeah.
so much that in the place, Aaron Greenberg, who was sitting there watching it with us, which is so dope. He like put up his finger like it's not. Like don't get hyped. Is not Rise 2.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this looks super dope.
Yeah.
I love that it's a prequel. Kind of letting, because I feel like I know why they're doing this. I think it's going to be they want the next game to be next gen. They want to push bigger and further. So I've said this for a long time. I feel like Asobo with this franchise. First of all, let's not forget Asobo is partnered with Xbox and they make Flight Simulator. Okay.
Yeah.
So Microsoft has a huge relationship with them. That's why this game is day one in Game Pass. But I've always said I feel like when I look at A Plague's Tale and then A Plague's 12 Requiem, which is funny because that's the tagline for Resident Evil Requiem, right? The new one, part 9. But I've always looked at those two games very similar to how CD Projekt Red was with The Witcher. So I feel like, Witcher 1 was like a smaller game, but like interesting world and really kind of gave some life to it, but it wasn't like this huge hit. And then I feel like Witcher 2 fucking blew it up, right? And it was way better and had way more interesting stuff, which again, Plague Tale Requiem, I feel is in the same boat. And then obviously we all know what happened with Witcher 3, right? That was the game that launched them into like superstardom, right? That's what made CD Projekt Red. And I feel like Asobo's on that same trajectory, but I think they're taking a pit stop. I think they're doing this prequel first because they want to take that big jump with the next gen console, which if you remember, that's exactly what The Witcher with CD Projekt Red did. Witcher 3 came out on the next gen, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 generation versus Witcher 2, which is on 360. Obviously, it was on PC, looked amazing, but they brought it to console on the 360. So I think that's what they're going to be waiting for. I think that's going to be their big push. But Asobo, they're dope as fuck. I love how they tell stories. The voice acting's always on point. The gameplay is on point. I love it. So I cannot wait for this. I think it's going to be phenomenal. And then Solo Leveling, a lot of people were pumped about. It's a webtoon that I guess they turn into action RPG. So I'm not like a anime fan like that. So this didn't really do anything for me. I don't know if you guys got pumped.
I tried it out. I tried the demo out on Steam.
There's
On
a
Steam.
demo?
Yeah, it's a demo on Steam. I tried it out, and for what I tried out, it's pretty good, man. And it's a 4-player co-op. So I'm guessing that a lot of people are gonna have, a great time clearing these dungeons, and the abilities are way over the top. It's dope. It's actually pretty cool to play
Yeah.
as the main dude. Yeah, actually pretty good.
Yeah, the show has a really good concept. It's actually based on a video game. Like it has a lot of video game principles. So the fact that they made it into a game.
You haven't watched this?
Coming full circle.
You haven't watched this?
No,
I watched it on the show.
You have watched the show, right?
No, he hasn't watched. He don't watch no anime.
What?
No, I don't.
What? Immediately, you need to watch it. Like it's dope. It's like literally like the best animes that come out. It has no downtime. You know how So animes come and they put you a bunch of episodes that don't mean shit. Well, this one is straight to the point, like fight from the beginning to the end. Like there's literally no downtime. You should go ahead and watch it. This is like literally the best.
And it's not like kitty kid
Yeah,
characters.
yeah. This is like
Okay.
real shit. Like this is like really good. Yeah, you should go ahead and watch. Yeah,
I'll
this
ask,
is
I'll
like
ask my son.
modern time Dragon Ball type shit. Yep, even better. Like out there to
All right,
say.
so it's coming to Xbox PC.
Yep.
In 2025, and then 2026, the cloud and Series X. That's Super Meat Boy 3D. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Super Meat Boy. I like the 2D one. It's fun.
It looked good. It
Apple
looked better than
TV.
Astrobot. I'm gonna tell you that. It looks more fun.
Oh yeah, easy. This had me rolling. I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, wow, that was not what I was expecting. But
Yeah, at first I see the classic Mario, you know, the pipe. I'm like, wait, what?
I was like,
Yep.
what
What the
is
heck's going on? Oh, it's just Super Meat Boy.
Yep. And it turns out, Nintendo doesn't own a green pipe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
Pipes
no, no.
are able to be other places. But this looks
Imagine
cool.
Nintendo suing for that.
I know.
And
They
Super
might
anything
try.
they can.
But this is a day one Game Pass game. It's gonna be, fun to just play Super Meat Boy in 3D, bro. Like, I mean, there's no other way to do it. It's fucking fire. So it comes out 2026 early, so that's dope. This is that No Ghost at the Grand Hotel
odd
that
one,
I
right?
think it's like a sleeper. Game Pass day one, right? Which, see, this is the thing. If I know it's Game Pass day one and I see something weird, it intrigues me because it's like, I wonder if I'm gonna like this. And this is the one where it starts dancing and there's music and people are singing. Like, I like musicals and shit like that. Me and my daughter are huge fans of like Hamilton and all this other stuff. So,
Yeah, but the point
Vivo,
is that it's fixing everything. I don't know if you're noticing that. Yes, it's music, but
Yeah.
it's he's fixing everything in the background.
yeah, like he's using the singing to fix the stuff. But then
Yeah.
but it's also like this crazy concept that it's a trick and you're manipulating these people and then you're gonna like rob them or do something else or some other shit. So like you're helping fix everything and then you turn around and start, trying to break into their house and steal shit, right? So it definitely is intriguing, right? It's intriguing, but that's what Game Pass does, right? It makes it where I can look at it and be like, okay, that's it. Like I would never look at this and be like, I'm gonna spend my money on it. No, because I don't know if I'm gonna like it, right? But like this, hell yeah, I'll go try it out. Look at that, breaks in, gonna do some crazy shit. We'll see. Like I'm in. This was cool. I like when you see developers are able to kind of take a chance. And when I see it's on Game Pass, I'm like, okay, this is cool because they're getting to do something weird and have a cushion, which is ideally what you want for these devs, right? To kind of be able to take these chances. But it looks cool. I mean, I'm down. Got more singing, more dancing. The music didn't sound bad, right?
Yeah, they had that reggae at the beginning. I was vibing.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna have a bunch of different types of songs, but it just looks well done. It looks cool, so I'm down. And then they did some updates. So we got Age of Mythology Retold: The Heavenly Spear coming later this year. Which, if you guys never played Age of Mythology, you should definitely give it a try. That's not my type of game at all. And then I played it and we fell in love with it. So I want to get back into, do some of the other because they brought out more and I just haven't had a chance to get back to it. But I want to try to get into the next expansion because it just looks so dope. It's all Japanese, looks cool. This Elder Scrolls Online one, I was a little confused. Like I feel like I don't know what the fuck what is it, just a pet? But I thought there was pets already. Like I don't fucking know what they were talking about. It says like your own story. Maybe they just like you're fishing. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what this update's about, like at all. Let me see if they say something. ZeniMax Studios premiered a gameplay trailer for Elder Scrolls Online, revealing the adventures to be found in Western Solstice during Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1. A continuation of ESO's main quest storyline from over 10 years ago. Oh, okay. So there's a continuation of the story. Got it. Oh, I did not know that. So I guess if you've been keeping up with this, that's a big thing for you. You finally getting your sequel from 10 years ago. Then they have Fallout 76, the fishing update, Gone Fishing, which was super cool. I actually got the opportunity to go interview the two of the devs, and it was a great time. Yeah, it was really dope. They had like a fishing pond set up, and you can do it. So, fun fact: I actually the short that's out there on our channel is actually my second time doing it. The first time I did it, I got it immediately, and then it was like, oh shit, we should have recorded that because she said that was the fastest that had happened all day. So I was like, all right, I'll do it again, and it wasn't quite as fast the second time, but still, it was still cool. Definitely fun. It inspired me to jump into Fallout 76. And I couldn't find the Gone Fishing stuff, but I did get into the world, and so I'm gonna kind of hop back in at some point and check it out. But definitely looks cool, man. Fallout 76. I mean, it's weird because it's just Fallout, but it doesn't like register in your mind that it's not Fallout 5 or 6 or whatever the next one's gonna be. So it's kind of, doesn't really hit the same way. But like I know Cage is a big Fallout 76 fan, so for him it's just like more awesome content. Right? I was so pumped with the end of Indiana Jones and the Gray Circle, the Order of Giants, ready to hop back in.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fire. And that drops September 4th. So I was a little disappointed. Not maybe disappointed is not the right way, but I really honestly thought that we were gonna get Starfield.
Yeah,
I was
looking forward to seeing Starfield again, and it didn't happen.
I mean, they must not be ready, which is fine. Maybe they're going bigger, or I don't know. But they've been doing this whole time. So
they may not have had time. So you might see it at Gamescom. You might see it somewhere else, right? Just
possible. I wonder. So last year, I'm trying not to get my mind like into this idea that these other shows are going to be bringing stuff, because last year the whole kind of hoopla was, man, it was so big that there was so much more to see, and they had they couldn't put it all in one show, and then we literally barely saw anything else that we didn't see already for the rest of the year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to like put in my mind that there's like this extra stuff coming, because everything we have is more than enough already, right? So if they have something cooking for this year, cool, but more than likely it looks like maybe they're taking longer and they're gonna do maybe a bigger thing for next year. Either way, I'll be there for it when it comes. But Indiana Jones, let's fucking go. September 4th, gonna be fire. Sea of Thieves has another update. Sail on the Smuggler's Tide again. Like if you're a Sea of Thieves person, dope. I don't really know like what's going to be different in the game for me personally, like just capturing loot. Again, for people who play this stuff, it's going to be dope. Like when they did that Disney one, that was sick, right? Because it was like
the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean, and then they did that other Monkey Island or whatever. They did that one too. But this is in August, so it's a new season, and people are going to be pumped for that. But yep, that was that, and that's it. And then they did a bunch of like separate write-ups on these things, but like what a fucking show, right? Like you guys, I forget who was saying it earlier, but like to have such a good show and not have like your big bangers. Like honestly, going into the show, I was fully expecting that we were going to see State of Decay, Fable. Like I thought we were going to kind of see the big bangers come back. Or I also thought we were going to see Everwild, which didn't show. And they said specifically until 2025. So I'm assuming they're going to show one of the next shows. But Everwild, what was that not racing, the heist game?
Contraband.
Contraband.
I thought we would see that because again, they're kind of, they kind of came alive on their socials. But Like we didn't see any of that stuff. Clockwork was the big one that we were kind of,
Yeah.
you know, if anything, it would have been. I don't even think I was expecting to see that. I thought more like State of Decay and shit like that, but they showed us this bad boy, and what a gift that was. That was amazing. But yeah, to be able to do this, they ended with Call of Duty 7, Black Ops 7, which was fire. Also weird that we went from Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7 right away. But yeah, I mean, it was a big W for me, man. Like I loved it.
Yeah, strong.
What'd you guys score it?
Well, I scored it a 9 myself. I had to rewatch it, so I watched it like without all the hoopla of having to run the show. And yeah, I liked it overall. It was pretty good. You've already mentioned most of the standouts, but like even the Keeley show, that was a good show. There was a lot of stuff at the beginning, slowed down a bit, but you know, it ended with a big bang with RE9 being announced. Really good overall. I liked that show too. I'd say they're close. I'd give the Xbox show a little bit more just because it didn't have a lot of the same lull. But I'm not gonna like make it a huge difference. So let's say a B+ to the Keeley show and an A- to this one. So you know, in that like 8.5, 8.7, whatever for Keeley, and a 9 for this. They're really, really good. They were really, really good. In the state of play, I gave that about a C, which that comes out to like a 7.75, something in that range. Which again, 007 is the thing that stood out for me. I really wanted to see that, which we got more of as that part as Keeley's show, right? So we got a little bit more there. We got Lashif coming to Hitman, right? All sorts of cool stuff there. Mind's Eye apparently was a massive fail, but that's another Iowa game. But anyway, I thought this was a pretty good show overall. To me, the biggest standout of all this stuff, of all the things, it's the hardware. I'm actually so interested in where they're going to go with that UI, where they're going to go with Windows. This is stuff I've been waiting for a very long time. So I want to see what they do with it. Is this going to be, be able to bring your Batcat? I think it will. I don't think it's going to be at launch anytime soon, but I think sometime maybe next year you'll start seeing those 360 games might show up on that ROG device, and that'll be like kind of the beta test of what happens when they launch their own. Right, I think that's what would happen. But again, that's just my speculation. But those are the things I found that announcement the most interesting. Right, that hey, they're making this official. It's coming out, and it's not even Asus doing it. It's Xbox is putting it in their showcase, so they are behind this thing.
It's
so,
their product. Is their product.
Yeah,
there's no difference than like Apple going ahead and designing everything, and then the factory makes it for them. Right. It's theirs. That's what this is. This is this is an Xbox that that Asus is making for us. Right?
Yeah,
it's real dope.
Yeah.
Now there was a part to the showcase where our boy Philly Phil took the stage and he had a banger for us. So let's take this little clip.
I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox.
Now, that is a remake for Halo, to be clear. Just to make it, if you didn't know, now you know. It's Halo remake. It's return of a classic, not a return of a classic franchise. Return of a classic. It's the game being remade. I'm ready for it. Space Shot says it's cell damage. That was actually a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game. But yeah, so we got the confirmation is going to be another Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable. It's actually, I don't think it's ever been Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable, right? It's either Halo, Gears, and Forza or Fable, Gears, and Forza. But this time, now they got all four in this bitch. So,
more.
Yeah, and then again, we talked about it earlier, but I think that next gen hardware, he's really pumped about next year, and so am I, because I think it's going to be Great. We have the homie Forza Legend in the building. My dude, thank you for my brother for being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Says I put 1K to the side for the ROG Xbox Ally X. Ally X. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, I somebody put some poll up about what price would you pay. I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm buying that. I'm buying it. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Oh, you're buying it now.
Oh yeah. I told y'all. I needed to know that it wasn't just a ROG Ally with a fucking a paint on the hardware and a fucking Xbox button. No, they are doing the software exactly what I want. I want it to feel like I'm getting in there and I'm launching my games. I don't have to do any of the other bullshit. Money done. Sign me up. It's over. Take it to the bank, baby.
I like it.
Wait, I'm ready. And then next year I'll buy whatever the next one is. Let's fucking go. I'm ready.
Hey,
I'm ready. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
my kids are my excuse. I can always hand it down.
I have 6, bro. Yeah, it's like you get one next year. You get one. all my hand me downs. You know
Yeah.
It works. But yeah. Overall, man, show was phenomenal. All right, we're gonna do one more real quick, and then I'll move all the other topics to the rest of the week. But let me. Okay. Yeah. That's there's a lot of different ones that we're gonna have to roll off to next time. But let me go ahead and get this here. We called it 100%. So let me take my chapter and then have a little fun here. So if you go back a few weeks, maybe a month, maybe, you remember that Bungie showed the world Marathon. And right from the beginning, we went ahead and told everybody how much like trash it looked. In fact, I told you guys last year that some of the people that I followed that are big Halo like streamers and stuff, they went to Bungie to try out the game a while ago, and I was like, well, maybe in a few weeks we'll see something, and we never saw shit about it. So I told you guys that's not a good look. It probably is trash. And then they finally, almost like 6 months later, maybe almost a year later, they finally came back and were like, hey, we had some people come out and play the game, and they paid people to be there and stream it. And needless to say, all the top streamers were there, and nobody could make that game look fun or good. And then after that, what was it? The beta came out. Is that what it was?
Or maybe you can call him
the alpha.
Yeah. The alpha came out, and people were playing it, and that shit was crap. And then we had the biggest piece of news, which was they robbed their entire art style from some other small artists and didn't even like acknowledge it or give anybody any credit for it, which is crazy. So, they're thieves. And well, the reality is that right now they went ahead and did an update for everybody to see, and we are going to read said update. Says, thank you not only for your passionate feedback around the marathon reveal. I love how they say passionate because it was hatred and alpha playtest, but also for your patience while we took the time to listen closely and chart our next steps. Through every comment and real time conversation on social media and Discord, your voice has been strong and clear. We've taken this to heart, and we know we need more time to craft a marathon into the game that truly reflects your passion. After much discussion within our dev team, we've made the decision to delay the September 23rd release. The alpha test created an opportunity for us to collaborate and focus the game on what will make it uniquely compelling. Survival under pressure, mystery and lore around every corner, raid like endgame challenges, and Bungie genre defining FPS combat. We're using this time to empower the team to create the intense, high stakes experience that a title like Marathon is built around. This means deepening the relationship between the developers and the game's most important voices, our players. Over the next few months, we'll continue close testing, including participants in the alpha, to deploy gameplay updates and test new features as they come online. Some of our immediate focus area will be upping the survival game, more challenging, engaging AI encounters, more rewarding runs with new types of loot and dynamic events, making combat more tense and strategic. Doubling down on the Marathon universe, increased visual fidelity, more narrative environmental storytelling to discover and interact with, a darker tone that delivers on the themes of the original trilogy. Let me ask you a question. How come they're not saying get rid of all the fucking art we stole and actually do some goddamn work? Adding more social experiences, a better player experience for solo duels, proxy chat so social stories can come to life. You'll hear from us again later this fall when we can share the progress we've made alongside the game's new release date. Thank you again for your patience and, much more importantly, your passion. Your continued feedback will help us make Marathon the incredible gaming experience we all know it can be. Hey, Bungie, nobody believes that. Nobody believes that, bro. Nobody looked at your game and said, we can see the incredible gaming experience that it can be. No. We saw that in other games that were happening around the same time, like Ark Raiders, right? That looked pretty amazing. Hell, even Firebreak just released. We just did a review in progress for it because it just came out. And they sent us a game and we played it, and it's pretty fun. You know what didn't look fun? Your game. So I just don't see it. Let me ask you guys. I mean, deadass. Do you guys think that this is happening? Do you think this is going to make a return and change everyone's mind on what they experienced with this game and make us all forget that they stole all that shit?
No, I just don't think. I don't think that Sony's going to give them enough time to fix everything that's wrong with the game. Like, this is at minimum 2 years, maybe more like 3, in order to make it, something viable that people would actually want to flock to and play.
Yeah, I feel the same. What about you, Demo?
I mean, man, you already know my story. I thought it was gonna be pretty cool, and it ended up being a huge disappointment. Disappointment, especially after I seen them, still stealing art, bro. Which is like, come on, man. This is Bungie, right? And now this belongs to PlayStation, right? We got Sony PlayStation fanboys like Subitek posting on Twitter that, yo, welcome to the team, Bungie. You're officially a PlayStation Studios or part of PlayStation Studios. So this is all you, PlayStation. It's all you. And it's a disaster. I hope that they've given, Bungie enough time to fix it and turn it around. But once your reputation is so low and so bad, it's hard to come around for the players, man. And people are pissed off. especially because of what happened with the artists, and also they getting what they don't want. Like everybody's asking them, like, oh, why don't you just focus on single player PVE, etc. And they keep on like throwing around the PvP things. Know your audience. They move away from PvP a long time ago when they decided to make Destiny, and now people know you for Destiny. So just make Destiny 2, scratch this off, use some of the stuff like that you have already in there, like some of the weapons, some of the animations and whatnot. But just make Destiny 3, man. At this point, like this is, I don't see this going anywhere or competing with any game out there. Like we got Arc Raiders, we got Borderlands. That, by the way, got very good news now. It's not gonna be $80. It's gonna be $70, but per Randy Pitchfork. So very good news for Borderlands, which I mean, it's great. And also we got Call of Duty, and we got new seasons of Fortnite, Apex Legends, Counter Strike, Frat Punk, Gears Reloaded. We got way too many. Splitgate, right? Who came out swinging. So
Yeah, but there was some shit with that too,
they,
right?
they did some stupid shit, but people still playing the game, bro. Even I agree that it's way better to support this dude than the marathon. At least this dude didn't steal anything. He did everything by the book. He playing the game right, and marathon is just doing it wrong, bro. I feel, come on, man, do something, Bungie. I don't know, man. I don't know how. I don't know how or what can I recommend them so that they can improve the game. First off, extraction shooter, dude. Like, knock it off, man. Knock it off. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that just needs to
To go.
stop.
It needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to stop. Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
well,
Jake?
I don't. Maybe they can turn it around. I have no idea, but like,
Mm.
I have zero interest in this, and the reason is simple. I looked to Bungie for what I got from Halo, which was an awesome story, awesome protagonists, and that was the point of it. And you got to play with your friends going through the campaign, and none of that is here. So, like, I have zero interest. I played Destiny 1 and 2, same thing, with the hopes that I would get a great story. Destiny 1 was a very big letdown, but it was co-op campaign. And then Destiny 2 was a little bit better, but still, yeah, whatever. I think Destiny kind of really got its things when it came with the DLC, and then the raids. People love to do those. Fair enough, but none of that's here, right? So, okay, maybe they'll do something. Right? To me, if you're going to redefine this genre, you would have had a hit right away, right? Yeah. You got others that did it, and they took off. And like, if that's what's happening with the other ones, why would it suddenly change here? So I don't know that it's going to get better. I mean, they could certainly try to copy paste, which is what people seem to be doing these days. And they literally copy pasted art for fuck's sake. But I don't know what's going to make this game that much better. If they just copy somebody else's stuff, because why don't you just go play that game, right? If you're going to copy like Tarkov, you're going to copy Arc Raiders, those games already exist. You can just go play them, right? And like, why would you want to go here? And so I don't know that it's going to make sense. I don't know how long they delay this thing indefinitely. Does that mean 6 months? Does that mean 6 years? I don't know, right? And in the interim, what happens to Bungie? How much more money are they going to sink into this? Now you saw the business update. They're like, oh, we'll keep spending money on trying to make live games. Like, at what point do you just say this is a sinking ship and just let it go and like move on, right? Maybe they pull it off. I don't know. I mean, it is Bungie. Maybe they pull it off. Who's left at Bungie? That's the original Bungie. I don't even know. So like, it's an odd situation.
Who mattered is gone, bro.
Yeah. So like, my enthusiasm for this is zero, because of course it doesn't have any single player campaign game. Like I want the story, and if they're not going to give me a story, I have zero interest. I don't care. So if there's a lot of like extraction shooter people who would like this, fair enough. I don't know what that contingent looks like. They did this with Rainbow Six, right? They had Extraction something, Rainbow Six Extraction, maybe that was what it was called, right? And it failed miserably, right? And like, and that's using the Tom Clancy name. still the same gunplay and all that stuff. It didn't matter. Like you have to resonate with your player base.
It was
What
in
people
Game
in
Pass, by
Rainbow
the way,
Six
as
Land.
well.
Yeah, and people in the Rainbow Six arena are looking for a different kind of game. They're not looking for this, and so you could say, okay, but this is Marathon. Marathon was a story-based thing, whatever it was, like way the hell back, right? So I don't know. Like this whole thing just seems weird to me. I don't know. It's just I'm not sure what they're trying to accomplish with this. If they wanted to create something new, they shouldn't have even used Marathon the name. They should just come up with something totally new. And then but I guess Bungie, just people expect certain type of thing from Bungie, and that Bungie player comes in and says, well, this is not what I expect. And then what do you do? How do you create that player base? I don't know. They'll have to figure out how to do that, right? So good luck to them. It's always possible that something miraculous happens and it works. It just doesn't feel like it's going to, and that's really on them to figure out. Maybe they do work with players and and it gets to a certain state where it's playable and it's fun. Sure. But I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's something that, and you have to look at it from the other perspective, the business perspective, and how long is Hiroki going to say, how much more money do you want to spend on this? I saw that Concord
remember,
there.
this is not a free game.
So
this is not a free game.
No.
Remember that.
And
so not only do they have to make it more appealing to people just to be interested, they also have to make people say, I'm interested enough that I'm going to spend $40 or whatever this is.
And there's just so many games these days. And you have to have that hook. It's becoming more and more important that if you can't hook somebody in the first few hours, they're going to move on. And like, there's just not enough there. So we will see. Good luck to Bungie. Let's see what they do with it. But again, I don't have a lot of high hopes here. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it looks. This looks like a Concord situation, unfortunately.
I gotta tell you, I think Sony is gaslighting them. I think Sony knows that this
wants them to fail
and wants them to fail. So they and it sounds like who would ever want to do that? Well, Sony would, because if they fail, they get total control over Bungie, right? Is that the deal? Right? If once that's done, they
can, but I guess the question is, what would they add to it? Like Bungie was supposed to be their savior. What has happened with this? Like, it has done nothing for them. It really has been the biggest colossal.
And there's
fail.
nothing there to do. Like, Destiny is not it.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Destiny 3, they're not. If they make Destiny 3, all they're going to be doing is figuring out how to monetize the fuck out of that game to recoup. It's done.
Yeah,
it's done.
Players are I don't know, man. It's sad. It really is sad, right? Bungie is a massively awesome studio that made some of the best stuff, right? With Halo. But it's not that studio anymore. It's just like BioWare. I don't know if BioWare can pull off what they used to. It is what it is. People move on, and like, unfortunately, that core team that made all those classic awesome games, they're not there at Bungie. And I don't know, man. And like, yes, okay, they take it over. What does that do? Like, somehow somebody thinks that's going to like magically fix their problems, right? Like, I don't know if it will. Like, they were the ones who were supposed to come in and tell them how to do live service games.
Maybe they get to shut it down and get a write-off on it.
Seems to be that seems to be the direction they're going. Is that like a great outcome for anybody? Not really.
I mean, financially,
right? But it is what it is. Yeah, which ultimately just means they're writing off $4 billion, right?
Yeah, because they could take the team that whoever's working on Destiny, right, and keeping that
spin it off.
They could just bring them right into Sony proper, just like they made Team Looking for Group. Fucking losers, Jesus Christ. But they could kind of do that, right? And
it's just sad.
let PlayStation itself be the one running Destiny, and then just get rid of Bungie, because they are not Bungie anymore. The people who made Halo are long gone. Gone. So, like, the people who made Destiny, what it was, long gone. So, like, all you have are the people who were keeping it afloat. I mean, there's certainly do the 800 people.
You can certainly play the console war part of this and say, well, at least on the Halo side, that studio still exists and is putting out games. Not so much on this
Halo
side.
still exists. That's why Bungie is like they're nothing anymore, man. Did
y'all check the latest Halo update? What they did?
Yeah, I hear it's a lot of good
Hayabusa.
stuff in there, man.
Oh,
Infinite, right?
Man, they
Yeah.
added like OG Halo 3 type
Yeah,
gameplay. They've removed sprinting,
yeah.
sliding. They made it like a classic Halo
Yeah,
type
there's a whole
shit
bunch of
and with
Halo
the
3
old
stuff in there.
maps. And bro, they added a bunch of freaking modes. Bro, they killing it, bro. The Halo community is super happy with this now. They added the Ryu Hayabusa helmet.
that I saw the helmet.
Oh man, sick. They really killing it, man. I'm super excited for Halo, bro, and the team. They're really putting in work, bro. And I know the first couple of years were kind of dry when it came to content, but they've been killing it, bro. It's just people being dicks, man, and the Halo fans being bitches. I mean, I'm gonna say right here, yeah, there's no way that
I love Halo.
343
That
or
fucking
Halo
was amazing.
Studios or Bungie, if they get into a time machine and come back and bring the team, makes you happy, man. Y'all whiners. Like that, y'all never gonna be happy with, like, instead of like enjoying what you get with Infinite has a solid gameplay. And I'm gonna tell you this as a Halo
It's
fan
amazing.
that I
Love
have
gameplay for Halo.
hundreds of freaking hours playing all freaking Halos, dude. He's fucking dope. Go check it out, bro. You doing like you crying for no reason. You got Halo,
Yeah.
a lot of Halo here, and you got the campaign. They added the co-op. Y'all craft a bunch for co-op. They added co-op, and y'all didn't even play it, bro. Y'all bitches, man. Straight up. It's for real, man. This is for real. They got the content,
So,
bro.
but yeah, it's like, I don't know. As far as Bungie, Marathon just isn't looking that good, man. I don't know. Good luck to them, though. Maybe they pull it off. Good luck.
I foresee the same scenario as Concord. At the end of the day, nobody's interested. The big streamers, they bounced immediately. For a game like this, if your game is not covered by the big streamers, nobody is going to show up for your game, bro. They all went to Arc. And that's just
so maybe flopflation means something else.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely.
Flop
Yeah,
station.
It's really wild. That was what he used, because it's so like on point for everything that's happened in the PlayStation. That every part of it is the same way. But yeah, no, honestly, I looked at that game. Look, the game just does not look interesting. And first of all, the genre is niche, right? So in order for you to be something that people are like, oh shit, what's this? You got to stand out. It got to be dope looking. The graphics on this was not it. The art style is not it. And they stole that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's not it, right? So it's like, what else are they going to do? What can they? There's nothing that they can do. The moment is fucking past. There's not enough time for them to do what they need to do to this game. Unless they're going to go steal from somebody else, maybe somebody even smaller that nobody would know. Maybe from a
they can steal from me and my AI pictures.
There you go. You're about to find that shit in the next fucking trailer for Marathon.
I will sue you. I will find you and I will sue you. I'm like Nintendo in this video.
No, I got to be honest with you, man. When I look at this, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Now with that character that you see down there, look at it. Look at the
No.
ugly ass character, bro. Get out of here, man. Nobody wants to play as that.
It's just so whack. It's just so whack. It's not exciting. And you know, again, like if you look at like Firebreak, right? That's the Remedy game. That's like its own spin on the extraction shooter type deal, but it's more like, you know, there's, you know, story to it, and you're in the house and you're, you know, the character you play, it all goes in together. And you know, ultimately it was a fun time. You know, it's not life changing, but it's in Game Pass, it's in PlayStation Plus, and I think they're going to find a decent sized audience that's going to keep it going. And I don't see, like, I could play that and be like, okay, I think right now it's a, you know, it's a solid, you know, it's a solid 8. And I can see it getting better if they add more weapons and more, you know, cooler looking skins or
arenas,
more levels, shit like that, right? But like I could see a way forward for them, right? I could see it happen. Whereas here, I can't see it. I can't see how they fix this. You have to gut the entire art style. Like you have to gut it. It's just trash. It's boring. It's plain. It's whack. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. The gameplay that doesn't look like Bungie fun gameplay. It looks like generic Bungie gameplay. It doesn't look good.
It's
You know what
not.
I'm saying?
It's not. It doesn't even have that flashy looking style that players are looking for right now. It looks very like dull and very boring. Also, the game takes itself so seriously that it's just like, okay, bro, like this is not a military sim. Like, what are you doing? Like, lower the tone. Allow people to have fun. It's very restricted in the way that you play. So I think those are the things that this game has against it. Also, they're not listening to the community and what they want. Like somebody said that in the comment, you cannot make a PvE community. You cannot force them to play PvP. Listen to your community, bro.
Yeah.
Listen to
That's
your
true.
community. That's all you got to do. Maybe that's the
Carl,
way. Turn it into
Carl, did
PvP. That's it. Yep,
I
PvE.
agree. But at that point, it's like too little too late because then you didn't build the
yeah.
game around it. You're just throwing a band-aid on there. Like, oh, look, guys, look at what we did. Whack.
I
Carl,
don't
did you
think
get
they did
bars on
much
this?
anyway, bro.
No. I mean, I think some of the things that really kill this game is that one, there's no Destiny to Marathon crossover of the player base. It's a totally different type of game. They aren't looking for that type of game. And then the other issue is that ponies are the other issue. They have grown to hate Sony's multiplayer initiative, and it seems like they don't care how good the game is. They're going to make sure it flops if it's a multiplayer because they want their single player game. So they're not going to support it. So any support that they're going to get has to come from outside, whether it be via Steam or Xbox or any other platform they're releasing on. I don't think the PlayStation player is going to support the game. I think that's going to be ultimately what does the game in, regardless of how good or bad they end up making it as a final product.
Definitely.
That I just can't see a way forward for it.
Nah, this
Like
is DOA,
nothing
bro.
that could be done in a reasonable amount of time. Because the other side of it that you got to keep in mind is Sony. How much they're going to be willing to keep wasting. At what point they're going to say, just fucking put it out and see what happens.
Even as good as Helldivers 2 is, nobody on PlayStation bought it. Like it got a couple sales that first month, but then after that, the support from it on the PlayStation side has been non-existent.
I mean, at the very least, the ratio is way off. PC versus console. So, and it's not something. And this is the thing. PC is dope, right? But PC, like, games live on PC and you don't even know about it. You know what I'm saying? Games that are getting played like crazy. Nobody talks about fucking Counter-Strike or any of that shit, right? So, like, Helldivers 2, it's, I'm sure, still doing well over there. People are probably playing it, but like for it to be in the zeitgeist, it has to be doing well on PlayStation, to be in the Twitter sphere of conversation, right? And it's not. You don't hear anybody talking about it. You don't hear any of the ponies talking about how much they love that game. And it's not that they're gonna have to play that game forever, but the reality is where is that shit? Like, it's nowhere. So it's just the reality of what it is. It's probably doing great on PC. Obviously, it did enough to make the Arrowhead say "fuck you" to Sony and go their own way for their next game, right? But yeah, I mean, the reality is that this has none of the things that made that game a success. Doesn't have the exciting premise, for the people who liked it, they found it exciting. It didn't have that analog to something cool like Starship Troopers, which that game kind of had that analog already there. It's just really, there's just really no way to go for this. And sadly, I mean, listen, you never say never. Obviously, they could pull some type of miraculous change and use AI to completely change their art style and all that shit immediately and make it look good or some shit like that. And who knows? I mean, this possibility, but unlikely.
Very much so.
Anything else, guys, about the marathon delay?
Nope.
As Demo was saying, DOA.
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 I can see
You have
it.
to make a remix, bro.
Remix.
Gotta add marathon to that shit.
Hey, we gotta call Diddy
up.
up. Hey, yo, Diddy. The remix for marathon. We need a bunch of baby oil.
Oh my god.
We need gallons of baby
Oh
oil.
my god. That's
I told you that we won't stop.
That's right. That's right. Hargi, anything else on this before we bounce?
Nah. What else can be said?
That's exactly it, right? And what else can be said about this shit show? What the fuck has happened here? Interesting. You didn't think this was gonna happen.
Yep.
But it did. Oh, let's do that. Move this over here. Let's move this over here. This is some crazy mess, but you know what? Fuck it. This is what it is. At least we could be seen. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Thank you all so very much for coming out and rocking out with us, man. You guys are the shit. Thank you all so much for being here. Shout out to everybody who super chatted. You guys are the shit. Thanks again for your support. Always remember the show is brought to you by you, so we do thank you. Shout out to everyone who supports us over on Patreon and on YouTube. You guys are the shit. So thank you so much. And then, of course, we do have our elite members, the homie Big Boy Mike, Dark Angelic, Music 72, and Queen Witch. Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate you. And then we do have our inner circle members. We got the homie Big Mix Gaming and Pragmatic Eagle. Again, thank you for all the support. We do need to shout out the first 3 people in the chat. That was the homie Ren, who was number 1, the best spot of the night. We have Music 72, number 2 in the building, and Dark Angelic, number 3. Thank you guys for being here and rocking out with us. First super chat and biggest super chat of the night was from our boy Brett Bingham with that $5 super chat. So thank you guys so very much for rocking out with us. Guys, remember, we'll be back Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time for the On Point Gaming podcast. But we have our homies here with us rocking out. Shout out to the crew for coming through. We've been away for a few weeks now, so it was good to kind of get everybody together if I can have a banger ass show. So thank you guys for being here. Shout out to our boy Farrell in the building. Thank you so much, my dude, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie.
No problem.
Let everybody know where to find you, man.
Man, you can find me Mondays, Vitamin G podcast right here on YouTube. We go live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jump on over, subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, my brother, again for rocking out with us. And then again, of course, you know him right there, Mr. PSP himself. That's right, the Pony Slaying Papa. It's our boy Demo Flow Gaming. Thank you, my dude, for rocking out with us, man. Appreciate you, homie. Let everybody know.
All right, man. Demo Flow Gaming here. Y'all already know the deal, man. Every Friday at 11 a.m. In the morning, Eastern time, live with Powerballs, the Archangel Nexus, and Desire. We're gonna be there every week, and you can also catch me here every Friday with the, at the night shift, and just playing games, spanking ponies on Twitter. It is what it is, man. You already know. And it's a pleasure to be here once again, talking games and having a great time. And shout out to chat. I'll see you down there, and see you on the next one, man.
What's up, man? That's what's up. And then, of course, you know him very well. It's the wise one. It's the patriot. It's the author. It's the pony slayer and the pony bot tier maker. It's our boy, Haki Shani. Thank you, my brother, for rocking out with us, man.
Yeah. And you'll catch me tomorrow with Boom at 7 p.m. US Eastern Time on Double Barrel Gaming. And then we'll be back on Friday, hopefully. I don't know if we're on, hopefully, this week.
Yeah, we should be good.
Yeah, so 8-ish sometime around there. We'll be back here.
Around there,
and then with Fonz on Saturday and Web Dave on Sunday, so 7 p.m. US Eastern Time for both of those, and check those out. We'll see what else comes up. I don't even know what the FF16 numbers are. We'll have to figure that out, but whatever.
We don't. Well, we're definitely gonna have a lot of topics for the rest of the week because there's a lot of topics we didn't cover tonight. But guys, thank you all again. We appreciate you. And then remember, we're gonna end the show the way we end every single show. We're done. I got this is not here right now. All right, so we're done. Until next time, you're intruding.